And hello, everybody. Welcome to the Locus Loan finale. I can't believe that we've actually survived up until this point. We are going to have a very, very interesting session. But before we introduce the players, I would like to just quickly breeze through the announcements just so we can start the murder if you playing. All right. So first up, we have is Soul Muppet. They write a bunch of really, really cool games. They are currently sponsoring Lost Caravan and by extension New Horizons. So yeah, they're pretty cool. I recently found them on TikTok, which was really interesting. Second is the Lost Caravan YouTube. If you want to check out the last 2 episodes of Locus or all the other games, including previous Locus campaigns, where it's gone just as brutally. Go check out the Lost Caravan YouTube, and also check out the Lost Caravan merch. I'm not wearing any because we haven't made a Lost Caravan suit yet, but if we did, I'd be showing it off right now. Yeah, nice mug, but it's not a suit. I want a full
Lost Caravan tie when?
Yeah.
Cufflinks.
If you want to come if you want to come hang out with us, check out our the Lost Caravan Discord, where you can find all of these nerds interacting with each other, but also all the other cool people who help make the streams possible. And we talk about nerd shit and dogs sometimes. So if you like either one of those things, they're there. The casting call for Duskgrave, a Lancer mini campaign, is closing this Friday. I know this because one of the mods repeatedly said it a lot the other day, so I thoroughly know when that date ends. It is really cool. If you do not know what Lancer is, it is a mech game, and Hoop's gonna be running it. Pretty cool. And I think that's all of the casting calls that are out right now for the Hiri. Does the community game night forum still up? I don't know if that's a thing. I can't remember if that closed last night or not.
Unclear.
I don't know.
Closed, but there will be one again.
There will be one again. Either way, check out the Discord, and that way you can just keep up to date with all this nerd stuff, and you don't have to go through my forgetful ass. That being said, that's all of the announcements. Unless a mod is going to yell at me, which 3 of them are here, so they better say it now, or else I'm just going to keep moving on.
Can we yell at you just for the fun of it?
Yeah,
you can try. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, I mean,
there's 3 of us against you, so I don't know.
So first of all, how dare you, right?
Okay.
Right.
Second of all, why am I not dead yet?
Right.
And third of all, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Sorry. Did you have another one?
I was just gonna say, how dare you again?
Okay. It's a good point.
I don't remember all this. Also, Sin, thank you for giving Elsie a hero point. I'm sure she's gonna love that. By the way, you can use your hero point to instantly get 3 willpower as if you drew a virtue card. That's how I'm gonna rule it, because no one's ever given hero points out during this game. So
okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and add it then, because I want to use it, because I lost it at the end of last game.
Yeah. Instantly give yourself give yourself 3 points.
So that's 6.
Yep.
Okay.
For now.
That's enough from me, though. I think it's about time we pass it on to soon-to-be victims, if not definitely traumatized people. We're gonna start with let's go with Dave. Introduce yourself and introduce your character.
Hey everyone, I'm Dave. I will be playing Words Are Hard. Kay Thompson, legal bullshitter and all-around terrible person. That's about it. Oh, and there comes the music.
I need to put the corpo music back on. All right, next up, Lonnie.
Okay, hi, I am Lonnie Orluni Shaz, and I will be playing your favorite HR rep, human, yeah, whatever. HR rep sounds too much, but Elena, and she is in the midst of potentially endangering her sister's life yet again. She's a lovable one, I tell you.
All these people are admirable, and you should look up to them. Next up is Kit.
It's me? Hi.
It is you, Jesus.
It's me, Jesus. It's okay, Kit's fine. Hi, I'm Kit. You can find me places on the internet at Kit Roll Cause. Tonight I will be Stephanie Gillespie, the head of marketing and head bitch in charge, because our CEO is no longer with us. And I'm going to take that title, probably to my grave.
Just you wait. And last, but certainly not least, Elsie.
Last, Anna hasn't gone.
Oh, wait, hold on.
Skipped right
I
over
skipped a person.
That's why I was confused.
I'm so tired, guys.
Strong start. We're all professionals.
It's been a fucking day and a half.
This is good. It'll come
I
back to be a
swear
good
to God,
thing,
I
because
get-
then Jane will forget to kill you.
I get artwork in today, and I gawk over that all day instead of doing anything productive. And this is the mental state I'm left with.
This is how we find out the Sky's been dead this entire time.
It's true.
my
It's
God.
true.
Oh my god. Like,
Alternate
secret
timeline.
Hydra or whatever.
It's an alternate
False Hydra.
timeline. Sky just made out with fake Stephanie the whole time, and that's where we ended up. All right, what
Maybe it was fake Sky
is
and real Stephanie. We don't
happening?
know.
Did the Lost Caravan go down?
Hmm?
No, hold on.
No.
My Twitch is acting up. I'm so sorry.
Hmm?
Ignore me.
No.
Hold on.
No.
My Twitch is acting up.
It's okay,
I'm
I've
so
got eyes on
sorry.
the
I'm
inside.
I'm
We're good.
echoing now. Great. Okay. Ignoring that. Elsie, just fucking talk.
Okay, great. I'm good at that, right? Anyways, I'm Elsie. I'm your resident. What's my title? Assistant. to
Oh
the
my
executive
God.
Director of marketing.
Yes.
I believe your technical title is my bitch.
We should check where we left you. As far as Miranda's concerned, she's the next CEO of this company, as everybody else will be dead soon. And that's what you can expect from me for this entire game. I'm not scared at all. James hasn't been terrifying the shit out of me in my DMs this whole week. I think
I've
we can
sent
go
you
on to Anna
grimace
now.
memes for the last like 24
You have
hours.
literally sent me grimace memes for the last 24 hours. It is true. They are very funny.
Okay,
I think that is
last,
Grimace. I'm
but
gonna
certainly
cry.
my favorite, Anna, who I never forget about, ever. I totally
It just
don't
rings
ever fuck
hollow
up my
now.
words.
I am Anna, aka Archival Dust Bunny most places on the internet, and I'm playing Sky Riley, Director of Archives and Records, who may or may not have made out with the monster on the session.
Hey, could have been real, you know.
Could have been,
What
could've
we
been
had,
real.
what we had was magical, you know. It was.
Just because they're a monster doesn't mean they weren't into it.
Yeah.
And then what?
Okay. We're gonna find out. With that, lovely intro. Let's do a quick recap, and then we're all gonna draw a card, and then we're gonna get started. Okay. Where we last left off, folks, it was one hell of a doozy. You guys had left the bunker, and you made your way over to the IT department, which is a separate building that is connected via a hallway. You immediately, one of the first things you noticed, there was nobody there. No dead people, which was nice. But however, eerily suspicious, as this was typically a very crowded section of the building. You also had noticed like a eerie like blue because all the screens were left on. You checked the emails, try to find anything about Project L. Turns out so many things that are named Project L, that starts with L's was vastly overwhelming. That is when Elena was just like, hey, I'm gonna peace out for like a little bit and I'm gonna go check the security tapes over here. Miranda, Stephanie, and Cade were all like, hey, we're gonna go to the head guy's office and we're gonna go deal with some stuff. That left Sky completely alone, and nothing happened there quite yet. Elena found a security camera which showed different parts of the building, but mostly floor number 1, which had a blonde woman, or appear to be like light-haired woman, heavily beat up, tied to a chair, as well as a untouched person who was Olena's sister, and then another person that looked unfamiliar. Basically, they were having a verbal dispute as they were all tied up, and one of them threatened to beat the shit out of... Oh, wow. Improv and RPG. Thank you for the gift to the Bleak season. Thank you for the tier 1 sub. That being said, unlike that generous gift, almost a AR-15 in the face, less so on that part. Where you then turned off the cameras. That's when we cut back to Stephanie, Stephanie, Miranda, Dave, Cade. Holy shit! Tonight's gonna be a night. Where basically you guys found a bunch of record documents, basically going over various segments of the project, and you see the basically progression going from a liquid state into a fully like microchip into something else. It was really bad. However, Persephone, every time it was referred to Madeline, was called Miranda, which she had immediately thought was, this bitch is after me. Okay.
I mean, it tracks.
It does track. As you guys were leaving, Cade was backing up documents, got a phone call from his wife, who was very, very cryptic, mainly because they had been, separated for a while. And she was in the building for some reason and was hiding out in the cafeteria, saying she potentially had an exit and had information for Cade, which she gave about, escaping the Knight Brothers and what they want, how many exits are still open, all that fun stuff. Also, Synthetic, thank you for another villain point. We're actually, when we start, we're going to draw 2 cards immediately just instead of 1. I'm going to use it right away. I don't care.
Nice.
And that still gives me another one. Just remember that. And so yeah, you got a phone call with wife. She's in the cafeteria. Potentially might go investigate that. We have not looked too far into it. Meanwhile, Ada was playing all hot stuff with Stephanie, who is conveniently may or not be real because it was me the whole time. So basically, they had hinted at a potential affair that happened a while ago, and how much Stephanie really regrets never following up on it because she was afraid of her emotions, and basically was very, very vulnerable, but very, very assertive, which, let's be honest, Anna really liked that. Sky really liked that. I'm so tired. I can't look at the Zoom because I see the names and there are different orders for each of you, so I have to keep looking at everybody. Motherfuck. Oh my god. Thank you, Sid, again for another hero point. This one goes to Dave. Get another 3.
Right.
That being said, Sky and Fake Stephanie had a great makeout session, where eventually it kind of went bad, where Sky had to make a decision, go with the group or go with Fake Stephanie. Very tough decision, but ultimately it led to Sky going with the group. And Olena had finally made it back up when everybody was like, hey, we actually should really go check on those security cameras because, we know you unplugged them, but we really need to put them back on, just in case. Where you found all the cameras were splotched out via black spray paint. That is when you all heard a bang as a gun fired into a door, thus locking you into this department, as Miranda stood on the other side of it. Now, players, I need you all to draw 2 cards. I'm just not even gonna look at the Zoom anymore. I'm done pretending like I know names. I'm gonna just refer to everyone as person and then by your camera number on my screen.
Here's the thing. Is it gonna be in the same order for us as it is for you, though?
Nope. No. You all... Kit's playing Miranda now. It's confirmed. Uh-oh, that's not a good look. Alright, does everybody have their cards? We're good?
Don't worry about it. It's fine.
Alright, let's turn off the happy music. I don't like it. It's getting really annoying. You don't need happy music. We need sad music. We need horror music.
If I accidentally drew a card face down, how do I turn it right side up?
Are you on the big screen or the little screen?
I have the pop out window.
Oh.
Oh, I see it.
It's the one, yeah. Oh,
I just
great.
unflipped
That's
it for
great
you.
news. Cool.
Is it a virtue or is it... Actually, you could kick us off.
2
What'd you
haunts.
get?
Ayo!
go!
Continuing my streak from
Oh, what?
that makes 5 out of 6 of my last draws haunts.
Fake Stephanie back again.
Go! All right, Dave, give it. What do we got?
1 haunt, 1 virtue.
Okay. You're really racking up those well. Lonnie.
Virtue, 1 neutral.
All right, Elsie.
1 virtue, 1 neutral.
Motherfucker, draw hot at some point.
Trying, James. I'm fucking trying.
I can't hurt you if you don't have shit in your hand.
I'm gonna start crying. Like, legitimately, I can't make this shit up. I just want to die, James.
Okay.
You heard it here first. Elsie only rolls good in Locus.
Okay. What'd you get?
Ask and ye shall receive. 1 haunt, 1 virtue.
So, for the record, gang, that brings us up to 18 haunts in total. Don't worry,
Do I
nothing
get-
bad's gonna happen until we
What-
get at least 2 more.
Is this 3
Never mind.
willpower or 1?
Every virtue card's 3.
Oh, y'all. Y'all,
I'm
please.
so.
Oh, yeah,
I'm
you're
so
at-
Will.
I'm
You should be at 9 right now? Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. We're gonna actually pick up with Miranda. Because you have done something very, very interesting. Why can't I hear the music?
Because you turned it off.
Yep, there it goes. Whatever. It's gonna be dumb. Let it be dumb. That being said, Miranda, you are holding a gun with only 1 bullet left in it. As the smoke clears out, you begin walking away. You have now condemned 4 people to potentially their death. It's not confirmed, they might find a way out. But they're stuck there for a while, giving you a good head start. What is going through Miranda's head, and where is she going currently?
So Miranda was honestly tired of going back and forth and back and forth. We had our instructions. We could get out. We had to get out. 1 person was allowed to live, if we didn't find another necessary means to get more than 1 of us out. And instead, we were focusing on Project L and what was located in the building that we could obtain. Meanwhile, we are running out of time. Therefore, they are useless to her. And, well, if they're going to keep getting in her way, then why not eliminate them from the picture? And, there's a lot of bodies in here, right? What's 4 more? Cameras are out, too. Prove it.
Mhm.
And she is going towards, I would like to say, the stairwell again. I don't think she would trust the elevators very much, but if she can get to the 1st floor.
The first floor of the IT building, or the first floor of the main building?
What's the difference in floors? Like,
The IT building only has 3. And the main building has like 50.
okay.
But the main building has more resources than the IT one does.
So far in the IT building, we haven't seen anything abnormal, like no bodies, no.
I
Or
mean,
at
you
least
saw a
when-
guy literally hiding.
I don't think she gives a shit.
No, I didn't say she
but-
gives a shit. I'm just saying there are potentially people.
But it's less chaotic than the main building, correct? We haven't seen anything that's equally chaotic.
To your knowledge, no. This has been relatively calm for you specifically.
Anyways,
Hey, look, I was a monster making out with players. All right, like for
Yeah, I know
some
you're a
people,
bitch.
it was like
some people they were living their best life. I don't know what to tell you. See, I'm gonna make so many jokes this game because I'm really nervous, and that's what I do.
Mhm.
she would absolutely go for the stairwell in IT then, because it's 3 floors to the ground floor, and there has been much less suspicious activity and or blood and bodies everywhere than the main building. So it's logical for her to just take the stairs here.
As you begin descending down the stairs, the gun is still hot. Would you say you put it away immediately, or is it just still in your hand?
It's probably still in her hand, actually. Yeah.
It's still very warm from
Okay.
fire. However, you feel this pull almost. It's ever so subtle. As you go down the stairs and you make it to the first floor, you open the door and you find yourself in the other building. Not the IT, not the first floor. In fact, on floor 50.
Okay. I shut the door again to the stairwell with me still in the stairwell, and I open it again to see if I'm
Floor 50.
seeing things. She's definitely in her head about this, like really running through the motions of, did I go up, did I go down, what actually was I paying attention to? Which she's usually paying attention to everything. What happens if she would go up to the floor above and try again?
Floor 49.
Going up?
Mhm.
And one
I know what I
more
said.
floor up. I know what you said. I
47.
can hear.
Sorry, no, 48.
You can hear, but you can't count, huh?
Yeah, I didn't say I was good at math. I just said I could hear things.
Okay.
I'm not really a math guy.
Me neither. Fine. She would go back down then and go on to floor 50.
Floor 50 is littered with people. Very, very dead people. Their corpses have literally rotted faster than a normal decay process would be. Normally the bodies would just be cold at this point, but these are like almost down to their skeletons. Like they've been drained. Is it you notice like their blood is almost, there's no like, it would appear like there's no circulation as in their body, as like their skin like just like flops onto like the bone and is nearly like almost like a translucent, where you can see partially like very deconstructed muscle.
Well, that's not how we left them. Is there any sound?
You hear a sound coming from a forward direction, and the pull starts to grow stronger.
Okay. And you said it's like subtle. It's not noticeable. It's just like
It's more
itching
like
in the back
a
of your mind.
gut, like a gut instinct kind of thing. Just like I
Which-
know I need to go this way.
Yeah, she would absolutely follow that. So she's gonna follow that pull towards the sound, and do her best not to step on any bodies, but I don't think with her focus she would actually care if she did.
You eventually make it to that conference room where this all started. And the sound is Madeline Wells typing at her computer.
Like physically there?
Looked untouched. No bullets in her head. Her head fully intact this time.
It's an improvement from where we left her, I guess. I would look over my shoulder towards back where I came from, and please, guys,
Take another 3.
I have never asked for anything in my life. Ever in my whole life. I have been such a good person. Never done anything
2
wrong.
seconds
and all
ago,
I want-
James, kill me. James, please, kill me.
Please,
Here's
please,
the
for the love
thing:
of
you're
God.
gonna need them when we get our hands on you. Okay.
Okay, well, you might not ever be
All
able to
right,
get your hands
so-
on me with 12
Yeah.
willpower.
Well. Okay.
All right, you're at 12 will.
I would look behind me
Mhm.
to see where I came from, which was, decomposing bodies, deconstructed, rapidly decaying, atrophied muscle, all that gross stuff,
Mhm.
which is obviously not normal. And then I
course.
would turn back to Madeline, who is now number 1 alive
Mhm.
with her head. Fabulous, love that for her. And just give a look of what's up.
Just
She would
completely
not say
ignores
what's
you.
up, but hello.
Oh, so you're saying something.
Yes, I would be like, Madeline.
She stops her typing. And you see her like head tilt slightly as she steps from the tape, like sits up and stands up, almost closing her laptop, but not like fully. Well, Miranda, I'm gonna be honest. I thought Stephanie would have killed you by now.
I feel like a lot of people put too much confidence in Stephanie.
Hmm. I like you. You remind me of myself.
I guess I should take that as a compliment.
Probably best you should.
Do you want to explain the situation going on here, or we're gonna keep it still on the secret level?
I mean, you do know everything at this point. I watched you the whole time. I'm always present, Miranda. I have been for quite a while. I'm quite literally in your blood at this point. In your mind.
Well, Miranda, I'm Miranda, you're Madeline. Here I go again with the switching up of names. Anyways, you say I know everything, but I don't think I'm as involved with this whole
And-
situation as you. So maybe
Oh,
fill me in on the details.
clearly you're not as smart as I thought you were going to be. A pity. But for the sake of my enjoyment, I guess I'll do the whole villain monologue.
That's what you want to call it. I'm sure some may that way.
We didn't know what to do with you, to be honest, Miranda. See, everyone else that your companions, have all done terrible acts. Very passively, but at some deep down level, regret the actions they've taken. Even if they don't want to admit it right now, when Kingdom Come, they'll be begging to live. But you're not like them. You have no regrets. All your trauma you use to fuel yourself for your own selfish gain and power. Truly, we were stumped, to be honest. How could somebody with no emotion, no purpose in life, ever be useful to us? We did think about killing you, but then we realized you're there to torture Stephanie, so couldn't do that quite yet. And to be honest, you make every other person's life a living hell just by your pure existence. So we definitely knew we couldn't take you off the map. Think of yourself as a lightning rod, Miranda. You fuel everybody's hate. Their trauma grows stronger the more you are around. Come take a seat.
I think I'll stand.
I think you'll sit. And like you forcefully, like you feel your muscles like being forced to walk over and take a seat.
Fair enough. Guess I'll take a seat.
You know, we haven't been alive for very long. This is the farthest we've ever had to grow before.
That was a funny joke, guys. Can you repeat that, James? I got distracted.
Mm-hmm. We have never had such a chance to grow before. This is the furthest we've ever gotten. Not that old yet, but our power grows exponentially. And your friends and you constantly giving into your vice has allowed us to tap in an inner psyche that we haven't seen before. Most people would have killed themselves if they got to this stage.
You gave yourself whatever Project L is, but
No. No. Once again, I must spell everything out for you, Miranda. I didn't do anything. See those revolutionaries down in the first floor? They stole Project Hell. They stole me. I was gonna come back no matter what. So, just so happened that you bribe a couple low-level employees, the custodians, people you've personally hurt, Miranda, and they slip things into drinks. A liquid, perhaps. A hallucination.
the hallucinations everybody else was seeing.
No, you saw them. You just didn't care. Your apathy blocks a lot of the trauma we present to people. Stephanie's endless conquest of various people as she destroys herself. Cade never picking up the phone because you convinced him to break it. And let's be honest here, both Sky and Elena hate you.
Is this bringing up that people dislike me supposed to tug on my heartstrings? Like,
Oh no, it's a compliment. We admire you.
well, that would be the appropriate response. I don't come to work every day to be liked. I come here to do my job, something obviously the other four have no idea how to do.
I don't care about your position. Job in this case is meaningless. Your role that you serve is much broader than that. Where you go, you make people's lives worse, making my life easier. Making our lives easier. More people hate you, the better.
And maybe
Money.
those people deserve it. Maybe their suffering is what everybody should go through to get where they want to be in life. It's not fair that all of us should be on the same level when someone had to go through way more, step on way more skulls just to get where they are. People deserve what they get. And if it's suffering, then I guess you just get locked in a room.
This is why I care and admire you. We're the same. Both of us.
So, we're the same, and I help you, and you help me. Does that mean that I can get out of here alive and we keep this partnership going?
No, because this vessel's being destroyed faster than I thought.
Is that really Madeline's body?
No, she's long dead. This is a mental projection. I'm whoever you want me to see.
Hmm.
Right now, you see Madeline. But I could easily turn into another figure. And immediately, like, turns into you. As you stare at yourself. See? Not that hard. But I don't like this current projection of it. It, like, they, like, move the, like, blazer part of the suit, and you just see, like, a black ink, like, constantly moving and swirling. Like, they're only showing, like, a very careful selection of things.
So, what do you want? Everybody wants something.
You. I want you to take over the head of this company and cause pain wherever you go. Help me spread to the people. Once everyone is caught in my web, your purpose is done. There are 8 billion people out there, and I can be inside all of them at once, controlling everything.
You said once you're out there, my purpose is done. So, what does that mean for me? I'm dead? You think I would make a deal to die?
No, we'll let you go. Back to whatever your pathetic life is. But until then, you work.
And what's in it for me? Besides suffering or whatever it is that you think I want.
Money, power, drugs, whatever you want, I can make it happen. You would be unstoppable, unkillable, while within my grasp.
What do I have to do?
She snaps her fingers and the door closes completely. So we're going to cut back to everybody else. After you hear a bang and the sound of heels quickly moving, what do you do?
Is there only one way out of this room?
You could go to the, from what you know, you can go to the other side of this, like, there's a stairwell on the other end of this floor.
Okay.
I mean, it wasn't a, no, yeah, you could go to the other side. It would give Miranda a bigger lead. Like a bigger head start.
And if we just tried to open the door that
It's
they just
completely
got
like jammed. Has anybody actually tried the
See,
door
so
yet?
I'm looking at my stats, and I do think that there is some angry banging on the door, some shaking of whatever is left of the handle. That feels appropriate.
Dave, you're muted.
That might explain why I wasn't saying anything. Cade was just going to try to kick it down. Like,
Give me a
immediately.
frailty check.
I'm good for that.
Oh, also thank you, players. I forgot to say this. I'll say this now. We're a little late into it, but we're gonna fucking do it. Content warning, bitches. If you are not in a proper headspace and suffer through all of Elsie's thing right there, and didn't realize Locus was a very, very dark game, that was just the tip of an iceberg tonight, because it's the finale, which means I'm thoroughly allowed to do whatever the fuck I want. So if you're
It
not
gets
comfortable
worse.
with murder, suicide, any
Please,
really, really
please make it
dark
worse.
stuff, keep giving Elsie hero points because
Please
it
don't.
makes my life easier. So yeah, go watch happy dog videos instead of being here, or go support another stream if you are not in the right headspace or can't handle certain themes, because we care about you, we love you, and we would preferably not like to see you hurt. That being said, now that the spiel is done, I'm going to go back to hurting people now. So, what'd you get on your frailty?
All successes.
All successes.
I don't know what
It
the
was supposed to be.
difficulty is, but
It was supposed to be hard,
that's
but
fine.
yeah,
That'll do.
you start kicking it down. So I was mostly trying to see if you were going to break your foot in the process,
I was kind of wanting to, but you know.
but you don't. As you just start kicking it, it's not even moving. It's somehow like the weight of the door just like grew exponentially, and as you kick it, it's like barely budging.
So after a couple shots on it, I'm just gonna give up, quietly walk away, and go, "That didn't work."
Where's that
feel like we
monster
should've
when
seen
we
this.
needed? That was great at getting through doors.
Hmm.
There we go.
I feel like we should have seen this coming.
I mean, we don't have to get through that door specifically. I know it'll be hard to track down Miranda, but
Why would we track her down?
well, if you don't care about that, then there's probably another way.
She's
How
just
did
made her
you-
own survival a whole lot less likely, and like she's been reminding us this entire time, only one of us makes it out. So
How did
She's
you
just-
get the gun?
Eyes will shift to Stephanie.
that one I don't know. Like Stephanie will just like lift the back of her jacket, like I had it, and now I do not. So was not intentional.
I
Tell
feel
you
like
that much.
Elena will do that nod, like that she like just had figured everything out after you said, like after you looked where you were storing it. She kind of does that, like, oh,
That
gotcha.
tracks with the whole falling down the stairs and the levitation, and yeah, it makes sense.
Little bit.
You know, these things happen. These things happen. It's not like I had a holster for it.
It didn't
like it
help
was
with the
secured.
monster anyways. So
Slowed it down.
But so I spent enough time in here. I've been in here for a little while before everyone else came. Would I kind of know automatically which direction would be a good way to check for the door to the other staircase?
You know, you're on the north side of this building. Going to the direct opposite south would be a good estimate. But you would have to go past the manager's office, that where you guys were last, or at least where a few of you were last.
Okay. I feel like I'll kind of just be like, well,
Oh boy. I think Lonnie, you just got 3 little points. I could give him myself. I mean, I'll take it, but you know,
that's probably
I
who
wouldn't-
he meant,
I
but
wouldn't
will
indulge. I
gladly
can't
accept.
indulge myself like that. So, and to be fair, Miranda
Secret
does
way
have
to
a
give
lot
villain
of fucking will right now.
Please no more. Please no more. I'm begging you, please no more.
So yeah, you know, going to the direct opposite end would probably do it.
Do we have a plan?
I'll kind of look at Stephanie and be like, well, it appears your Secretary overlooked yet another thing. There's probably another exit from this place.
Yes, well, she's just made the process of finding her replacement all that easier. What is the plan exactly? Do we want to go blind into security, or because we're in IT, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Are we going into security blind? Are we just trying to get out? Do we
What?
have a plan?
What did you see on the cameras before they went out?
There'll be a moment of pause, and eventually, Elena will kind of, like, almost avert her eyes a little bit and say, I think they have a few hostages in security.
So they'll be distracted.
It could actually work toward our favor. Although, must present that this is the first place where the only thing that tried to kill us, we could see it. Unaware of Sky's experience. Why do we want to leave? I mean, we found information and we're relatively safe here.
Oh, just like really briefly before that gets answered, I think as soon as Cade says, "Oh, that's probably for the best that they'll be distracted by the hostages," she'll kind of give that look of like realizing who the older woman of the hostages might be. And Cade saying, "Oh, it's probably good that they have a distraction of the hostages, knowing that one of them is his potential wife." It's like gives that like weird look of like almost like cocks her head a little bit when he says that.
Like, do I tell him?
I mean, I don't know for sure. Like, Elena doesn't know what his wife looks like, but like, there was an older woman. We know that his wife is calling. We're all being tortured by our past.
We do not see it.
Do you have a wild guess?
Suddenly, I cannot read.
I mean, that probably wasn't even my sister either, so it's probably just three strangers. It's not.
I mean, it wasn't my husband, so like.
Well, your husband's already dead, so.
Hey, we're not sure that one yet. Maybe dead.
It wasn't my
Pretty
husband.
good first aid.
My husband is at home doing whatever it is that husbands do. I don't know.
I don't have one yet, so like I can't tell you.
I haven't had one in a long time. Do we not want to try to leave? Like the building in general? I mean, if you're content to be a sitting duck for whenever this thing gets bored and tries to come for us, that's fine by me, but
I'm just saying I'd like to know what this thing is.
I mean,
What I do know is I'm not running off on my own. So if you guys want to leave, then we'll try to leave. I just want to present that this is the best place we've been so far.
That's true. We do have a little bit of time, but I think if we want more than one of us to get out of here, that getting out of the building is probably our best bet.
I mean, getting out of the building or shutting this thing down, whatever it is.
If we knew what it was, it would be easier to shut it down.
Did all of you learn anything while I was looking at the cameras?
Oh. Yes.
I think at this point it's some sort of tech, yes?
Project L is definitely a neurochip. I know this from the patent designs. What it does, I don't know.
I'm
But
sorry,
we're
you've
all,
seen the patent designs?
well, yeah, such things must be secured
Mm.
legally.
You've chosen now to disclose that?
You're right. I should have came clean sooner, but I did say that I had things to figure out. I wanted to know what it was. Now that I know what it is, I felt everyone should be in the know.
Right.
I didn't find anything more than that. I did a lot of poking around, but nothing.
I mean, in your patents, there didn't happen to be a kill switch or anything helpful.
Nothing, just simply neurological technology, patent numbers, and rights to Madeline. I signed and filed. Simply knowing that it was a neurochip wasn't enough to be a clue until I started putting pieces together from those wonderful little videos we watched. Then I realized it was actually a threat. Which is
And
why I
Madeline?
suggest. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Didn't mean to cut you off there, Stephanie.
No, sorry. Madeline turned this in to you?
Double checking with Horror Master. I believe so.
God.
But, okay. God, is that what happened?
Got it. Fact check me, God.
Yes. Hey,
Yes.
it's me from the sky. You did.
That is
You're
exactly
correct.
what I did.
True facts.
For real, for real.
And then maybe that's where we need to go to shut this thing down. If she was the patent holder, if she was in charge of this, which I suppose makes sense that she was. Maybe that's where we need to be to shut this thing down.
But if she could do that easily, why didn't she just do that instead of shooting herself?
At this point, do we know that she was real?
But she doesn't have Project L. These terrorist fucks do.
They have to be operating it from somewhere.
Could be security.
Could be security. I mean, if anyone's going to have information on it, we might not be able to shut it down from her office, but we might be able to find out how, or find out how to find out how. I can't
I see
imagine that
where you're
Madeline
going.
wouldn't know.
That's a long ways up, though.
Can we watch those videos at 2x speed?
I mean,
I do
I
have
don't-
them all.
yeah. It was just more of a How do I put this? Are you guys like looking specifically to go over each file individually, kind of skip around the timeline, or do you? Because narratively speaking, I could just give you like we just say you take like up to half an hour. Like you just tell me how much time you spend and the range. Because the less time you spend, the broader the information is going to be. So you give me a rough timeline of how far and how long you're watching.
How much time do we have left?
There's 4 of us and 100 videos, so if we split them up into 25 apiece, we're in
long
IT,
is
so and 2x speed.
Somebody do the math.
How long are the videos?
Probably a minute
4
each.
idiots
You can
watch
get
100
you can
videos.
get it.
Yeah.
You can get some videos are up to like 5 minutes because they're actual test footage. But you guys could theoretically, if you skipped around enough, could even get it done in like 10 minutes at most. It wouldn't take you too
Not
long.
like-
It was just more of a matter of just finding like like choosing a place to work on it. Like make sure that All the other stuff is
And we need to make sure we're all looking for the same things.
yeah.
Because, like, if all of us are just trying to, like, one of us is looking for, like, how do we shut it down? Who owns this? Like, how does it work? What does it do? Like, we all need to make sure we're looking for, like, how to kill switch this motherfucker.
Mhm.
Do we want to just sit here and watch the videos? Is that a waste of time in Locus?
I mean, if we were going to hunker down here anyways.
I mean, Miranda did kind of try to make that happen.
It's true. Where is she even gonna go? Can we?
Maybe
Are
she had one
all
bullet
of
left in that gun?
Right. Are all of the cameras blacked out, or was it just the ones in security? I forget.
Just the ones in security.
I want to see where
even,
Miranda's going.
no. Sorry. That entire terminal is all like blacked out for even the main building. But sorry, let me be very, very clear in my wording. The main building has all been spray painted out. You can still check within IT. If you're doing that, I'm just gonna add more time to your overall like differential because this is gonna determine some stuff for Miranda. So
like-
I want to make sure I'm
That's where
keeping
Miranda was going,
timelines.
but-
I feel like all these high-tech videos just make sure there's windshield wipers over the lenses of all the security cameras. Because, like, every single, like, spy movie is always like, oh, we're just gonna, like, cover up the camera.
Is a windshield wiper effective against Sharpie? Like,
I mean, no.
This
no,
is heavy spray
but,
paint.
Like, you get the I don't know.
No, they don't have
We're
windshield
at- we're at
wipers.
It's patent pending, okay? It's still, I give you more
pending.
time.
security
I mean, I
cameras
can-
with windshield wipers. Get in the
Lonnie
comments.
is on to something over here.
All right.
You heard it here first, folks. Get in
Taking
now
this
with
business
Kickstarter.
game
All right.
so seriously.
Anna,
Who
what
wants
were
to
you
be my
saying?
Kickstarter?
I can keep an eye on the security cameras while everyone else watches the videos, just to make sure nothing sneaks up on us.
I feel like
Since we,
that's
for
not a bad
once,
idea.
can actually keep an eye out.
See darkness, whether
Now you're
everything's
convincing
covered
me
or
to want to
not,
hunker
but-
down here.
I'm fine with watching some videos.
Yeah. So we're
So
looking
I'll-
for if there's a way to shut it down. Anything else in particular that we want to like keep an eye out for? Collectively.
Okay.
I don't know.
What it's actually doing to us,
If there's anything more specific.
but primarily how to shut it down, because then we don't have to worry about what it's doing to us if it's shut down. But in the case that it can't be shut down,
Yeah, like can we
Understand.
shut it down or like will we die? Like
Can we shut it down, or can we learn what it's doing to us so we know how
Yeah.
to not give in to
Okay.
Learn to live
So
with it.
so this is the question then. Just how long in general are you wanting to spend? Because we could just say clean half hour, which will give you plenty of time. To make sure you have everything, make sure you get a thorough analysis of all the videos. Because some videos are longer than others, even at ×2 speed, you would miss certain stuff. Like you guys, some of you start watching the videos at ×2 speed, and something like small happens in the background, and you gotta like rewind and like unspeed it up. So I can just say clean half hour, if
I
that's
think
good
30
with you
minutes
guys.
is-
I think that's fine, barring
Yeah.
we see anything on
Mhm.
the security
Before
feed.
we do that, it was the top of the hour, almost half an hour ago, and I'm gonna redeem another villain point. So everybody draw 2
How
cards.
dare. How dare.
I'm so glad there's an option to just pick 2 cards instead of having to do this twice.
I almost just drew 12 cards. I don't know how to function.
I wish I just automatically knew the suits that I was looking out for, but I have to check every time.
Yeah, it's really weird how they sort it. I'm not gonna lie. Well, once everybody has their stuff, I'll go around the table. We can start finding stuff out. How much worse does this get? How much power does Miranda is about to receive with more haunts? All right, wait, hold on. Let me ask you this, LC. By the judging of that face, are you now up to 15, Will? At least?
No.
Okay. All right, then kick us off. What'd you get?
That is 1 haunt, I believe.
It was 2 cards.
Yeah.
I said everybody draw 2. So 1 haunt and
Yeah.
1 what?
Regular.
1 neutral. Okay.
Just normal. Neutral,
Okay.
dude.
Let's see.
But before I discard anything, how many cards can I disclose? How many cards can I discard for my whole Delio situation?
The
Motivation
Delio
is
situation hasn't happened yet, but I'll allow you to discard 1
Thanks.
for even hearing
Then
them out at this point.
I'm very motivated, James. Can I discard 2?
No, I'm gonna say 1
Okay.
until I have a special condition on if you accept the deal, but we gotta get to that point.
Great. Love that for me. 2 neutral.
2 neutral. Okay.
I would like to not play in Foundry anymore.
Lonnie.
That'll be another virtue and neutral.
Damn it. Dave.
Haunt and neutral.
Hey. And Anna.
Virtue and neutral.
Okay, so we're up to 20. For those keeping track at home.
Anna, do you have any haunts left in your hand, do you think?
There should be
In my
1 or
hand?
2.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
have 4.
There should be, yeah.
I meant in your deck.
Oh, in my deck?
Well,
There's
there's 12
a-
values. So
Wait, let me look. There's 2 left in my deck. No, there's more than 2.
yeah, there's definitely more than 2.
You pulled 6 recently, so that's at least
Yeah.
half.
I have less than
I'm
half my
rooting for
haunts
you,
left, yeah.
honestly. I'm really rooting for you.
Okay. As you're going through the videos, you first you start with who's starting with the first set of 25? Like who's getting that first block, or are you guys all just watching it together?
I think they're doing 33 apiece, and I'm watching security
33.
cameras.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who's
And
getting
we-
the first
we-
33?
We've all seen the end one, right?
Yeah. Well, no.
Not me.
Well,
No.
that's not-
Okay.
But
So
that
who's getting the
we
first?
someone can fill me in.
Mhm.
I'll watch the middle block because I think the first one and the last one has been watched. So I'll just let the people who have already seen those 2 get them, and I'll just watch the random
Okay.
middle bits.
So Lana gets the middle. Who's getting the front in the end?
Stephanie, do you have a preference? I think I'd like the first part just because
That's perfect. I'd like the last part. Let's go.
I'm interested in the design.
Kate.
I want to know what it looks like right now. So
Kate, the first video is a literal like underwater exploration. It doesn't start with in a lab like the last few have. You see a diver pick up almost an incomprehensible like black liquid that is currently underneath the water, grabs it, puts it into a jar, and tightens it. And as the jar is like he holds it up to the camera, it's literally just like trying to push against it, like an octopus stuck within a tank. It is trying to figure its way out. As the video ends, you get to number 2. Number 2 is literally the first guy, just sitting there and just going, right, so this is our first tests that we have actually started beginning on Project L. Since we don't know what this creature is, it might be particularly dangerous, venomous. We are currently running several tests. We will let you know of its potential capabilities, and we'll find out more as time goes on. And as, the progression goes on, the first section is kind of boring and a lot of, like, science-y talk. But basically it boils down to is they're running lots of tests, and they understand that it has a property that is psychosomatic. But they're not quite sure what it can do yet. So the last video ends with them starting to test it on live creatures, starting with mice. And that's where, Elena, your videos pick up. The first one happens. They inject a portion of a weird black liquid into a rat. The rat immediately claws its own eyes out and kills itself. And this happens dozens of times until they just start putting less and less fluid into the syringe. And about the midway point of your videos, they have figured out how to keep the subject alive for longer periods of time, but they notice an increase an increase in energy in the sensory cortex, the insula, and the hippocampus. So it is clearly hallucinating. It is seeing something. And they note that this is potentially a drug or can be manufactured into a drug that causes psychosomatic hallucinations. You're on mute.
Asking as an
Okay, there you go. No, you're good. You're good. No, your audio just didn't cut in for a second. That's all.
Okay.
Sorry, go ahead.
What were the brain regions again? Asking as a neuroscientist, not as
I googled it.
DRM.
Okay, I'll put it in the chat because I refuse
Cool.
to say this again. I can't
That's
read.
totally fine. I'm just
Big
curious
words.
I'm curious what Google told you, like
I don't know.
Like
That's just,
Project
I
L would
quickly
work on.
googled it. Okay, like this is what it is. All right, that's
Okay.
I don't know. It's from frontiersin.org. Thank you.
This is just gonna
that
be me
thing.
nerding out later on. I'm not gonna like. be
No, you're
like,
good.
Actually, the
Actually,
sensory cortex wouldn't-
it's in the cerebral cortex. Duh.
Come on.
You see the mouse is increasingly stressed.
Mhm.
And by the middle section of it, they start a human trial. And that is kind of where your videos start to fall off, as they're just this very paranoid person begins to just act completely unnatural for a person, like literally like almost trying to like at one point contort themselves into an impossible shape, breaking some of their limbs, like bone fully sticking out. At one point, after they're healed a little bit, they are like put into a sensory deprivation tank where they tried to drown themselves, but the experiment was cut short. They tested various means of, is it pain resistant? Is it, all these other things. So it's running dozens and dozens of tests. And you end with the head scientist saying, we've now understood the components of Project L, and we can start manufacturing a chip for it. And that is where Stephanie's videos pick up. They're the first ones to have turned the liquid form into a chip. So they start experimenting with the brain chip. That makes it all the way up, conducting the same tests over and over and over again. And that leads you all the way up to that last video where he gives the record of, like, we can see cures for this. We see Miranda's whole plan. And I did say Miranda on purpose this time. We can see like how this could potentially cure cancer. He gave it to himself. He looks terrible, and then eventually is killed. Like something kills him and is replaced by the new scientist. And that's where the last video ends, which was dated for last week. So clearly this experiment was going on for what you guys understand, about a year in total.
So they said they have a cure for this, or they said they were going to use this as a cure for other
They were going to
things?
use that as a cure for other things.
Okay. But they did not
There was
specifically
not
mention some sort of
There's
cure
not
for
a
this.
full cure. No. You understand that it is very much like a drug. You specifically, from like your portion, would understand that it infects the mind via electrical impulses, whereas like Cade or Elena would see that it was just a liquid that was ingested that would make it into the bloodstream and eventually travel to the brain, causing several chemical reactions that happen.
Were there any signs during the videos that I was watching that because it was an injection and not automatically in the brain, that eventually the mice or the people like wore out from, like, not wore out, like the
Got better.
injection wore, like, basically, wore away?
Your video for that would be inconclusive. They did just look more, as time went on, they looked more and more bulimic, and they look like they have been under such a level of stress that that their body is literally shutting down because they can't handle it anymore. A very grim comparison in this case would be like Holocaust camp, like survivors, like that level of brutality was put into these people. You, Elena, saw the worst of it all because you saw the progression of how it started with just a simple injection to almost like you can just see the a very small plan starting to form of where this thing can go. And when they start developing the chip, they are very open and honest about what they're doing, which is recreating all the same properties of whatever Project L is, whatever this creature being, whatever you want to call it, is.
Okay. I think she'll kind of like have like that moment of just like that shiver that just like goes down her entire spine of realizing just how much work went into something that none of us even like had a moment where we were like, oh, okay, we have been injected with something, we have been attacked by something. It just
When did we all get brain surgery? Like, when did that happen?
Yeah. First I was thinking like Cyberpunk, how they have like the thing in their neck where they just like put a cyber deck in, and I was like, oh, let me just get that out real fast, but we don't even have that satisfaction, so.
I mean, one of you know, but you weren't there for the conversation. But basically, to fill the players in, whenever you drank a liquid, the liquid form of the Locus was in it, of Project L.
Always.
So we don't
all
have
of you.
chips. We
I
have
bought
you didn't have
so many
you don't
copies.
have you didn't have brain chips. No, you just had the base liquid version.
we have the old version.
Which is why it took longer for your guys's to kick in. Whereas
like $40 on coffee a day because I go to the coffee shop so many times. Where did I drink this?
you
So we just
would
need
have had
dialysis
it.
and then we'll be fine, right?
Perfect. Just clear it out of me. Get it out.
Oh my god, girls' night, let's go get dialysis.
Question. Okay, question. Are you guys watching this in relation to Sky? Like, can Sky see all of you watching this? Or did you guys go to like different desk terminals?
I guess it depends on how spread out the desk terminals are.
I would
'Cause,
say
like,
we would.
They're not.
If all of the security cameras are on like the same desk, kind of how I imagine them, like
Yeah.
like a bunch of them all together, I'd assume we'd go to different terminals.
I don't
from,
know
like,
if you guys
upper
are like.
layer
I don't know if
things.
you're going to different cubicles in terms of just like you guys left the room, or you guys are all in a corner, like on a laptop, just like watching all the videos. Like, did
I
you
imagine
leave?
we keep each other in eyesight at least, just on account of the
Yeah.
everything that's been happening.
Yeah, I would suggest the 3 closest working computers, like which I assume would be in this room. So yeah.
A little further down in terms of like in relation to the desk, but Sky would have like an eye line of all of you. That being said, Sky, your phone has not gone off during the entire duration of this. when you feel like a small vibration in your pocket.
I think that startled her because I think she's completely forgotten about her phone at this point and all of this, and quickly pulls it out and looks at it.
It's a text message from Stephanie.
Cool. I quickly glance over at the Stephanie in the room.
Just watching a video, there's just couldn't look like they don't give a shit in the world. Like, might look a little bored.
I'll open the text message.
It's kind of cryptic a little bit, given the context. But it's essentially reading as, would you just want to go get out of here? This is starting to bore the shit out of me.
This guy gets the you up text. This guy
But
gets, hey buddy, you in London?
So it sounds like it's from a Stephanie that is bored with the current, like, watching the videos. Is essentially what. Looking over at Stephanie, do I see her phone out at all anywhere nearby? On the desk table near
you
her?
know that you could potentially message somebody's phone via like a messaging app on the computer, but I'm gonna ask this then: would Stephanie have her phone out as of right now, or would it still just be in a pocket somewhere? Is she playing Candy Crush while watching these videos? Like, this is what I need to know. Is there a Subway Surfer like video next to it? Yeah, it should. It's 2010, so I feel like Candy Crush.
Playing
She's
Flappy
Snake.
Bird? No.
Yeah. Candy Crush.
No, I was gonna say Flappy Bird.
2012. Okay, I need to know.
Let me see.
I
don't.
Are you
know
playing
that
Snake
she
on a mobile
has
phone?
I'm playing Minesweeper. Really good at Minesweeper. I don't think she has her phone like. I don't think it's like sitting out on the desk or something, but I feel like, I don't know. You know, she wears like the little like power pencil skirt. That thing doesn't have pockets, so it's like probably in her jacket or like clipped to her waistband. Like, it's accessible for sure. Like, she could have just put it back.
Go ahead and get 3 willpower for the Flappy Bird reference, apparently, according to chat. Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you.
So Sky, you see the phone in the pocket. Like, it's like partially out, but it's not not like in her hand.
Okay. I will respond. Keeping an eye on this Stephanie and that phone. What do you have in mind?
You just get like the 3 dots bouncing up and down, like, kind of thing. And eventually a message comes back of you know what I want, so let's go have some fun. Sent, and then it looks like intentionally sent from computer, but like it was tacked on. Like, it wasn't like supposed to be there. Like, a normal text message wouldn't have that, but it looks like it was actively typed out.
Like the inverse of sent from my iPhone.
Yeah. sent from desk. Yeah, set from desktop 23817, like, kind of thing. 24601.
Okay. I will respond. You head out first, and I'll follow after.
There's no fun. Like, you get like the dots again, and there's just like, even like dead looking at Stephanie, there's still another message that appears. It's there's no fun if I'm the mouse and you're the cat. You leave first. Meanwhile, like, Stephanie's not pulled out her phone once. Like, just
Mhm.
is watching these
Mhm.
videos, like moving back and forth. The only time she touches a keyboard is to move to the next video.
Yeah.
You can't see like her actual monitor screen. Like she's like kind of facing a little bit towards you, so you can't see like if she's actively like typing something in a messenger. But you'd know just based on like clicks and stuff, like she's probably not sending these messages. Like, or if she is, she's extremely fast for the number of clicks you're hearing.
Yeah, but is this the real Stephanie? That has been
Bold of
my
you to
question this
assume that
entire
Stephanie's
time.
not the kind of person to arrow key on the keyboard, trying to get it go faster, go back.
Ever since we split up, there's been the question of, did I end back up with the real group, or am I with a bunch of illusions, or whatever?
I don't know, I'm good like that, so
Who can never
we're to
be
find
sure.
out. Yeah.
One way to find out.
Am I seeing anything on the cameras?
No, not really. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna say go ahead and give me an impatience. Let's go easy. Just see how well because you're kind of distracted a little bit. So an easy impatience roll.
Easy impatience. Need 4 or higher. Yep, one of those was a 5.
Okay. You see a Stephanie literally like walking down a hallway, like with her phone app texting.
It has a phone out, and I'm getting messages from Stephanie's number.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck. If I'm going to survive this, the best bet is probably with the group. So I am going to. That Stephanie doesn't look like she's coming this way, right?
No, definitely going towards an office, but not this one.
Okay, making a mental note of the office she is heading towards. I'm going to get up and just walk over to the Stephanie in this room, and
Mhm.
just set my phone down on the desk in front of her with the screen on and those messages visible.
Did you see something on the security footage, or?
Stephanie,
Yeah.
you look at the phone, and it's just like it's one of those things where you text yourself kind of thing, where if you text yourself, a message of that you whatever you wrote is sent back to you. That's
Oh
what you
yeah,
see.
like it's duplicates
So
and
it
stuff.
is clearly Sky, like being
Flirting with herself?
semi-flirty. Yeah, like it's all you're seeing is just mirrored reflections of whatever was sent.
Right.
Yeah, keeping my voice
Uh,
down just between the two of us. I saw a version of you on the cameras, and I honestly don't know which one of you is real. At this point, I just don't know anymore. But I could see on the camera she was typing, and these were the messages I was getting.
These were the so. Okay, all right. Okay. When you look at this screen, what do you see?
I see a text conversation with your phone.
Right. Okay. All right. Cool. This isn't my number. That is I mean, that's some great ideas, but that's not. This is a text message with yourself. It's in your head. Not like it's in all of our heads. Damn. Okay.
I didn't type these.
I mean, are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure I did not type these. I could see her on the camera typing.
Okay. Hey, just like pause. Okay, show me on the cameras. Where is she? Me.
Head
God,
back
stop
over.
it.
I'm assuming I don't see her now. She got to whatever office.
You see like a heel turn down a hallway that the cameras can't really see, and is a 50-50 shot. It's either Miranda or it is this Stephanie. But you both do catch a foot. So someone is clearly there. It is just you're not exactly sure where they're going, but you're definitely not alone.
Getting so fucking tired of this.
I think that makes all of us. So it's trying to pull us apart. It's trying to lure us to different places. Makes sense. It wants infighting.
Yeah.
Do its job for it.
That's what it was trying to do earlier when we were separated.
How so?
Go on.
Say it.
Say it
Things-
proud.
Say my name.
Sky glances at her phone for a moment and then just shuts her mouth and looks back at the security cameras. Does not answer that question.
Right. It's clever, I'll give it that.
Well, we know where it is. Provided all of you are even real at this point. Separating earlier was probably the dumbest thing we could have done.
Well, and yet one of us has decided to continue to do it. So,
Well, there's a reason she's the assistant, I guess.
yeah, well, there's more where she came from. Is that all you saw in the footage? Anything headed our way, or?
No, I just saw her, it heading towards an office, I guess, trying to lure me there.
If only we knew that was all of it. And we knew where it is, but I can only imagine that if there's any physical aspect to this thing, that there's going to be quite a bit of it.
Well, the one that I interacted with was definitely different from the one we saw in the research department.
How do you mean? Just cuter, or?
Fishing for compliments now, really?
No fishing?
Looked far less dead, far less like she had just been hit by a car.
Right. Well, I mean, I suppose it wasn't trying to convince you that she was real or here.
I just want to get
We
out
know
of here.
I think we all do. Well, I don't know that we're going to have much luck trying to shut this thing down. As far as I can tell, this thing has been turned into some sort of I mean, the brain chip that Cade was talking about, but I don't know about you. I don't remember having brain surgery sponsored by the corporation, so.
Definitely not. Doesn't make any sense then if it's supposed to be a chip.
Maybe it wasn't always. Elena. Find anything?
Bunch of sad animal experimentation. Looks like a lot of
Brain?
it was injected, or it's some kind of liquid.
Bingo.
Great.
Easier to sneak into people than brain surgery.
So then if we are seeing things, it's inside of us already. It doesn't matter if we get out.
We gotta get it out.
Is there a point?
I mean, like, not dying, yes. Yeah. These videos don't end well for any of the test subjects. I can imagine that the ones that they're seeing aren't any better. If this is the improvement.
If it's an injection, though, and it's in our blood, where are we going to get a blood transfusion?
I don't...
By the way, Miranda, go ahead and mark yourself as 15 willpower.
She will be so powerful.
Miranda's going to be the only one who survives.
Stand in your corner, Miranda.
Do we have an office infirmary?
Yeah, because we have a dialysis machine. Well, I mean, we're a Fortune 5 company. We probably have a dialysis machine in the building.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, leaving work to go to an appointment? Ugh. Being in office and being able to use your work laptop while you're getting dialysis? All right.
No, they just...
Yes. Getting
It's
dialysis over
efficient.
lunch off campus is so pedestrian. That could never be me.
I was also going to ask the lab from these videos, do we recognize this or is it off-site?
Offsite.
Okay, so Kate has the brain cell. Excellent.
However, no, wait, hold on. No. I lied. Sorry. The initial videos were off-site, but during apparently the transition between 33 and 34, it was moved into a lab here at New Horizons. You'd know that that lab was the one that was broken into last night.
Interesting.
I did also, by the way, Sin, thank you so much for the villain point. I'll make good use of it. That brings me to 3.
And maybe that's where we go then. If there's any hope of us getting out of this. Is any of this real then? Are the bodies real?
I mean, hell, at that point, are the videos real? Like, we have to work with what we have.
I agree, it's difficult to believe anything right now, but we can't be the only ones, right? So maybe we were just the ones that survived the longest.
Or maybe there's more. And they're just keeping us apart. They seem to like to do that.
Either way, who feels it's time for a brain scan?
Or something.
Good thing this company's health insurance is good. Right?
It's been a while since I've had my last brain scan.
Yeah.
I haven't had my last full body scan in a while. It's been a minute. Let's go.
Okay, so you guys are gonna go ahead to like the medical side of IT. That's the 3rd floor, by the way. So you just gotta go up 2. Just to get there, and Yeah, it's just overall pretty quiet. We're gonna draw cards real quick. I'm gonna draw 2 cards because I'm gonna do another villain point, and then we're gonna find out what's going on with Miranda.
What is up with Miranda?
She's been having one hell of a negotiation.
What's the deal with Miranda? I didn't really draw one card. Wait, it said I drew. Oh.
As for everybody in chat, thank you so much for keep making LC's Night Wars, apparently. I've been appreciating the villain points. That being said, Anna, did you draw your cards? You're good? I don't know if you want me to start with you or start with someone
I
else.
did. Yeah, it's
Okay.
fine. I keep getting an error trying to put cards into my discard.
That is weird.
But I got a neutral and a virtue.
Neutral virtue. Dave.
I've got a virtue and a heck issue. I don't know if you want me to. I tried to play it face down so I would know which card it was, but that just broke everything. Do you want me to draw another one?
Let me look at your hand.
All right.
I got it. I just revealed it.
Oh. Okay, so a virtue and a haunt.
Man, you're having terrible luck with those. Lonnie.
2 neutrals.
Elsie.
No.
Are you randomizing your deck? Like, is it shuffled
Yes!
at all?
Are you good?
Yes!
Are you like, what's going on?
I am getting different suits, but it's always my virtue and my neutral.
So what is your willpower at right now?
18.
You guys got a
Please,
fucking
for the love-
force of nature coming at you
Please.
guys.
I wish I could make. I'm going to start crying.
Even the villain points are working in Elsie's favor. Like what?
Don't worry, we're gonna talk about that in a second.
God
And
had
Kit,
to nerf me, and I have to be bad at every other game except for this one.
be a terrible person for? I don't know what to tell you. Kit, what'd you get?
2 nooch, baby.
Take it. All right, we're at 21. All right, Miranda. So you say, what do I have to do? Madeline, as the door closes, just smiles. It's quite simple. You first need to go to the first floor and kill everyone in there, including whatever hostages they might have taken. So, we all know it's a ruse. They're all working together. I could see literally right now their hands aren't even bound properly. Kill everyone there. Go find your friends. Well, now your enemies. Kill them too. And when we're done, I need you to push something into a product.
There's only one of me. And you expect me to take out how many people on the first floor and the other 4 people I left behind?
Choose whichever order you'd like to start with. But I can make it worth your time.
You were the cause of all the rest of this, yes? Or was it actually the people on the first floor?
They had a big helping hand, I would say. When you steal me, certain thoughts get put into heads. When you fuck over enough people, eventually all start working together to take you down. Especially loved ones.
What can you do to help me help you complete this? I'm
I'll
just
grant
one
you
guy.
a fraction of my power. You'll be able to instill fear so strong they will die nearly instantly.
What do I have to do?
Shake my hand. Agree to every stipulation of our deal. And it's yours.
Thanks, Lonnie. Put it in writing.
Done already. And she turns the laptop to you and fully opens it, and you see a contract.
James, does it say everything we talked about with no funny business?
It does, including a schematic for a city. Completely powered by the brain chips.
And what was my role again? For when all this is complete?
You get to walk free. You're done.
And what if I don't want to be...
And there is an extended clause where you have to continue just spreading Locus further and further.
Okay, just sign it.
Okay. This is what's going to happen. Discard every single card that is not a virtue card from your hand.
My virtue. Okay. That's not a virtue card?
That is not a virtue card.
Oh shit,
Just
that one has to go back.
discard
Okay. All my
almost your
haunts.
entire... No. Haunt and neutral. Everything goes.
Oh, virtue. So empty my hand because your virtue automatically
Empty...
is...
Yes. So basically empty your hand. All of it.
Okay. This is going to take me a minute.
Okay. While
So
that's
just
happening,
keep talking.
you see, as soon as you sign that, Madeline steps up and, like, from her arm, like, a black, like spear, like, shoots out from her hand, completely stabbing you in the chest. And it hurts. You feel something entering your blood, your veins.
What is that, James?
You feel like something's constantly injecting you with a strange liquid. As you sit there, the pain starts to numb. Your eyes, like, everything starts to become really dark, really blurry. And as you feel it retract, you put your hand on your stomach, and it's like there's nothing that ever hit you at all. You are now you are now a part of the Locus. You no longer are human. You cannot even be classified as such. Miranda, for all intents and purposes, is dead.
Thank you for killing me, James.
Hold on.
I hate this more.
You're still technically also alive.
Oh.
This is like a Morbius thing. You're not really dead, you're not really alive.
James, I didn't see that movie.
Okay, fine. You're not really dead, but you're also not really alive. You are as cold to the touch as a dead person, but you still have blood running through your veins.
Kind of hot, though. I'm
going to DM you an ability you can now use instead of rolling at times. But it does require sacrificing a will to get it done.
One?
Not one will. I'll tell you the ability. in DMs. But for that, we'd have to go to break, so I don't want to do it quite yet. But you are now. But Miranda is now the full and complete control of the Locus. You get
I fucking hate this.
a
But I really love
vision.
it at the same time.
You get a vision knowing exactly where everybody you need to kill is right now. You can hear them. You see a disheveled corpse with glass cut into them, aimlessly roaming. You see a set of kids running up and down a different hallway on a different floor, but their heads are not attached to them, and they're using their heads as literal ball as blood begins to like spray everywhere. You do see Stephanie, but not the right one. You know exactly which one this is, and it's you. It is you, the Locus. You see a wife that is in multiple places. You instantly learn every portion of this Locus. You can literally, with a thought, can feel the blood of any creature that has been affected by the Locus. And you know exactly what you must do.
Kill them all.
There can only be one standing. And
And
that's
it'll
gonna
be us.
you. Yes. Us. Now go on. I have bigger plans in motion.
Shouldn't take long.
Okay. We are going to go ahead and we're going to cut to break. So I can go ahead and make sure Elsie gets their new ability.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, we will be right back, hopefully within the next 5 to 10 minutes. And we'll continue on with this finale as I've just unleashed a literal monster onto the party. So we will be right back, folks. Bye. And welcome back, everyone, to the mini campaign series finale of Locus. Quite an episode so far. Miranda has hit 18 will, which is the most I've ever seen on a character ever in this game. And so we are going to actually pick up with the main group. Now that you guys have all this information, what are you going to do with it? There is a potentially fake Stephanie. Maybe. Sky might be a little crazy.
Nobody's perfect.
Mm-hmm. You've now combed through all the videos, spent about half an hour. What's the plan?
I think going for the lab was our plan. See if there's anything we can do.
There.
Yeah. I mean, at the very least, there might be some sort of notes if apparently not Miranda, the other one.
No, Miranda. It seems like Miranda.
No, Miranda. Miranda didn't know anything about this. She didn't know enough to save herself, allegedly, if that was her. Might be in the labs.
Okay. So it sounds like the labs is where we're going.
Mm-hmm.
You just start ticking off. Do you guys leave the security cameras on? Or do you turn them off?
I think Elena would want to turn them, considering she literally just turned them off, and then everyone's like, no, we should turn them back on again to see what we can see. I think Elena would want to turn them back off again.
That's
We'll
fair.
take one last look, just to see if there's anything in our path on the way.
Nothing.
No other reason.
Nothing in the pathway, for instance. But there is like a voice in the back of your mind that's just like it's like an intrusive thought of just being like, why are we with these people? Like, we could be literally doing anything better with our time if we just went somewhere else.
Yeah, I think Sky Skya stares at the cameras a few moments longer than she probably needs to, kind of mulling on that thought, and just shuts them off. We should get going. If we have any hope of fixing this.
Stephanie is pointedly not letting Sky be in the back of the group alone to wander off again. Like pointedly either hanging out behind her or next to her. Just because, no reason.
Sky, did you turn off the cameras after you were done looking for a little bit longer?
I did, yes. They're off. Hopefully that helps us.
Okay.
I think that saves Alana like a chance to get a second glimpse of her sister, so I think she'll probably be kind of relieved going into the next section.
As you begin walking, what is currently going through Elena's mind?
Probably something along the lines of, you've already seen that they have stuff that they're injecting into people to make them see things that aren't actually there. Your sister's not here. That wouldn't make any sense. Make sure you get out alive. Do whatever you have to do, but you don't have to worry about protecting your sister right now. That's the least of your concerns.
You hear a voice sounds like your sister, but slightly distorted. There's no point of origin for this. You just hear, so this is what we've become.
What is this exactly?
You'll do anything for yourself and never for me.
I've already done stuff to help you. I need to help myself every once in a while, too.
So, leaving me to die? That is...
You're not gonna die because you're not here.
I am here, though. I chose to be here.
Why would you do that?
See you. One last
Oh.
time.
I don't think my sister would do that right now. It's not very convincing.
When you're tired, hungry, desperate.
Then you
find
wouldn't
yourself...
come to the person who accidentally sent you there. Fuck!
Maybe you do if you have enough guns.
Looks like you're not in control of the guns if what I'm seeing is correct. I don't think you're in control of very much if I
Can't
don't think you're
trust
very
your
much in
eyes right
control.
now, Elena.
I can't trust my ears apparently either.
I'm not in your ear.
Can't trust my mind.
That is also true.
If you were actually here, why would you... Oh, what's the plan?
Kill all of you. Take down
Why the
New
others? Why not
Horizons.
just me?
They each played a role into your mistake.
You don't know any of them other than me.
No, but they all have people who do know them.
And you
Wives that
know
have been
these-
neglected, husbands that are so beat up they're practically nothing, people driven to suicide and their family members desperate for answers, cousins, millions of people hate you all.
If I didn't already know that, what makes today any different?
We thought we had our hands on a weapon stronger than any gun possible.
Thought?
Potentially.
You don't have the control you think you do.
As long as you go down, I will have all the control I need.
Well, then it sounds like I don't even need to be worried about you, dear sister, because you are apparently the one here to do the killing, not to be killed.
I don't know what made you turn down this life. I don't know what caused you to become such an insufferable person. But I do know, when driven to extreme, even the most rational person is willing to make a dumb decision and get themselves killed.
Company's protected me.
The company's no more. There's a new leader in charge now.
Yeah, Stephanie. Right? That's what you mean?
You look over at Stephanie, and you just hear the voice go, "No, Stephanie's merely a pawn trying to act like they're a queen."
Suppose I should have figured as much. Then who is our new ruler?
You'll meet them soon enough, don't worry.
I think I'd like to schedule a meeting. This is corporate after all. You can't expect me
You-
to just have my new boss barge in
You
unexpectedly.
bore me, Elena.
As do you. If you seem to think that you can one minute tell me that your life is in danger, and the next minute tell me that my life's in danger because you've been in control the whole time. Seems like you just think you want to manipulate the conversation. You don't actually know what you're doing. It's exhausting.
Okay.
Like I said, my sister isn't here. This is probably some intricate conscious in a bad situation because a lot of things have happened today, but I won't be meeting your boss unless you make an appointment.
Don't worry. It'll be on your planner. And like the voice like kind of fades into a hush.
I'll just kind of be walking down the hallway and have a moment where I just like kind of shake my head clear of it and keep going.
Cade. As you're walking, what is the biggest thing on your mind right now? What is the aforementioned fourth thought?
Kate is someone who finds himself very focused on the task at hand, almost to the point of ignoring everything else. And although the conversation with his wife continues rolling through his head, he keeps pushing that back the same way that he's done for all these years to the job at hand, which is get out of here in one piece. So the thoughts keep coming through his head, but he keeps pushing those back. So
Mm-hmm.
I guess it's kind of like 50-50 between those. Like they're warring with each other.
Okay. You start to have flashbacks. There's no voice in your head, but rather an easier time in your life. It's a nice Sunday morning. You wake up in bed next to a very beautiful wife. Your kids rush into the room. They start messing around, and it's just a moment of happiness. As a dog randomly also jumps on the bed as well. Congrats, you now also have a dog.
He was already up here the entire time. He just decided to stand up and like get right in my way.
You get just this feeling of comfort. Like you could get lost in this memory. As I mute Gmail because apparently somebody's texting me. What would Cade be doing as like this thought just like seems to not stop playing, of just like a time of bliss, a time where everything was right in his world. He wasn't, you know.
So yeah, I think he's probably very tunneled vision on the memory and almost checked out of all things going on around him at this point.
Mhm.
His thumb moves up and down on the briefcase he's been carrying, slides by the lock for a second, but just kind of gets lost in thought and isn't taking in all the terribleness around him right now.
Okay. Eventually, the memory becomes so enticing that you nearly walk into a wall as the fear grows of a of who or sorry, you kind of just start getting a little more distracted as you almost walk into a wall. You guys have now made it to the medical like labs, and they're completely ruined. There are papers everywhere. Blood all over the floor, not from scientists, but from clearly broken blood bags.
No transfusions for us today.
That
Of
was our
course,
only
that would have been
idea.
too easy. Not necessarily. I'd like to check files, computers, just roll the room real
All
quick.
computers are completely smashed in.
Okay.
Whoever came in here came in with like a baseball bat and just wrecked house.
Gotcha.
You do, however, hear, like everybody hears this, a slightly older woman approach from behind, and just like their hands are up. They have like a light blonde hair. Cade, you instantly recognize this person. And she goes, "Look, I don't. Okay, hey, all right, don't shoot me. Don't shoot me.
Do any of us have a gun right now?
No," but she's just basically assuming that someone's gonna kill her.
She doesn't need to know we don't have a gun.
I'll like fake to take something out of my
Yeah, like hand down the
pocket, and then she'll
waistband.
say, "Don't shoot me." I'll be like, "Okay, what do you have
All
to
right,
say?"
let's play it nice. Cade, you didn't come for me. You're on mute.
It's a little bit easier said than done.
I know, but I couldn't help myself. I didn't want to be alone anymore.
So, what have you been seeing?
My mom. How much she suffered through her Alzheimer's. All the stuff I made mistakes about in my life.
That seems to fit with everything going on here. There's just one small problem. The only thing that I've seen or heard is you. And I know what this thing does. Not specifically, but to a point.
Cade, come on, it's me.
Everyone, meet my estranged wife.
Maybe,
Of course.
Wife.
let me guess. Stephanie? Lena? Sky? You used to talk about work a
us
lot.
The most
fondly?
bombastic side eye, like.
I've heard of complaining about work, but I haven't. Knowing our faces is new. We can all see her, and she's
She's in front of you. Her clothes clearly like covered in blood.
How did
We'll
you
figure
escape?
out.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. I need a moment to collect my thoughts anyway. Ask away.
How did you escape?
Those damn not brother revolutionary bullshit. Our guns are nearly empty. It's in New York that we've, even with the strict gun laws, it's way too much money for all of us to get enough ammunition.
Where are you being held exactly?
First floor,
Which room?
main lobby.
I'm sorry,
Main-
all of us? You're with them?
Was with them.
Right.
Then they stuck whatever drug in my system.
But this is all partly your fault, regardless.
I wouldn't throw all the blame at me specifically.
But if you're on our side, you wouldn't mind telling us what the plan is? Where they're keeping things? If you've been working with them.
Plan's already fallen out of motion a long time ago. We were just meant to steal something and expose the company for illegal practices. Whatever that drug is turned into violence.
And you were conveniently not informed of the updated plan.
Look, we were supposed to just steal something and then, I don't know, just... Clark had some radical idea about, you know, visiting our spouses and stuff like that. Just get it into a, just get into the building by any means possible and you take it from there.
Do we know a Clark?
No, you don't know a Clark.
Do you know anybody who has a husband named Clark? I mean, Stephanie wouldn't because she doesn't give a shit, but Elena might.
I mean, it's a long shot, but would I? Maybe like someone
you
came to me with an HR complaint and they were like,
you
listen, my
would,
going
like,
home at the end of the day, my husband Clark.
you know that you know several people who have husbands named Clark, but you know that Madeline's husband was also named Clark.
Yeah.
Sorry, let me correct the statement. Madeline's ex-husband.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Whoop, there it is.
All
Very,
right, that's
very much
painful.
so Lonnie, not Elena in that exact moment.
Mm-hmm.
So my ears would perk up at that. And um I'm sorry, did I mishear you? Clark as in Madeline's.
Oh yeah, one and the same.
Now, how did you two get in touch with each other?
Well, he heard that I was homeless, divorced the highest legal person in the company.
Who
I
else
have kids to feed.
who else did he recruit?
A few other people. Apparently one guy's cousin killed himself after stress from his boss. She apparently demanded so much from him that he couldn't take it no more. Someone's husband, neglected for so long. They've apparently had their wife's been having an affair with God knows who what at the point where he doesn't feel the pain anymore.
Was there
Apparently,
a girl?
Hmm?
Was there a
Yeah,
girl?
there's a. You gotta be a little more specific than that, sweetheart.
A little bit younger than me, probably same hair color, I'd imagine.
Mm-hmm. There was. She was angry because I don't know, her sister kicked her out or something like that. Forced her out on the street. I don't know.
And
Yeah,
you're
her
saying
sister
all of
done
you
fucked
just
up. If you think it's just the five of us, then you're adorable there, missus. There are a
oh,
lot more
however
than you
many of
think.
you are just begrudging relatives trying to get
No,
some payback.
there are other people, not always relatives. New Horizons fucked over hundreds of thousands, nearly millions of people. You don't think they would at any point would want revenge for the money y'all stole with that Locus loan?
There are so many things you could have done before it came to releasing whatever the fuck Project L
No.
is.
Okay, we didn't know about that part. That was no.
Somebody knew.
I me.
What's interesting is there was a moment that I was starting to question things. And strangely enough, I didn't know how to feel whenever I saw you, but there was part of it that brought me some comfort. Now I find out that because you signed a loan that you should have known better, you got in bed with terrorists. How am I supposed to
If only my
suddenly
husband had warned me about what was actually supposed to be in that loan, since, he drafted it.
ex-husband and you can read?
Ex-husband. I ain't no fucking lawyer. You threw in so much legal garbage in there that hell, it'd probably take a miracle one just to be able to parse through it all.
Of course. Cade, take care of everything. Fix all my bad decisions. That was not my fault. You signed the dotted line.
We talked about it ahead of time. And you said it was a good idea. We agreed. How dare I trust you, Kate?
Well, then you know where you came in at. And Cade's going to kind of walk back to the darkest corner of the room.
This is why your children don't love you no more. You'll never see them again. You can spend the rest of your days wallowing in your sadness and sorrow and your booze. But if you truly do not care for me anymore, I can go. You'll never see me again. But I can't promise whatever's coming for you isn't gonna get you.
Then let it. At least its intentions are clear.
Okay.
And-
And what?
Cade's going to set the briefcase down whenever she leaves. He's waiting, but he's got it sitting down and waiting.
She leaves and she like disappears.
So anyone that
Into the
looks
shadow.
at this time will see Cade reach into the bottom of his briefcase, wad up a piece of paper, and toss it into a trash can in the mess.
Stephanie's waiting for a good moment to go steal it. I just gotta put that out there. Just need that to be known.
Kid, would you ever turn your back on to the trash can?
Yeah, he's it's one of these things where Cade has kind of had this moment where he'd thought a lot about this while this was going on and was rolling around the idea of maybe trying to make things right. And then that happened. So he's not paying attention at all.
So I'm gonna ask you this question. I can DM it to Kit. I can have you read it out loud, or I can read it out loud.
I've already
your-
got it up to send, but however you want to do
Go
it.
ahead. Go ahead,
That's
send
up
it.
to y'all.
We'll send it in DMs, and we'll read it out loud when the session
Okay.
ends. However it may end.
This is longer than I expected. I think.
Okay, go ahead and mark off that much will. Let's all draw cards as it is the top of the hour.
Oh man.
Do I still draw cards?
Oh
Jane?
yes, the fuck you do.
Ooh, love that for me.
I love that for you too. Actually, we're gonna take. I had 3 villain points left. We're gonna burn through another one. Draw 2 cards.
2 cards?
Yeah, 2 cards. You hear, by the way, just when we pick back up, a thump as a body like would fall to a ground. Let's start with you, Kit. What did you get?
2 neutrals.
Elsie?
Haunt and virtue. Not haunt, I'm sorry, neutral virtue.
Can you please draw a haunt?
I wish.
Please God.
Do I still add the willpower?
Yes, you do. So it does count towards that ability. But go ahead and make sure you mark off the other thing.
Already
Okay, Lonnie.
1 haunt and 1 virtue.
Virtue. Dave.
2 neutrals.
Anna.
Also 2 neutrals.
Okay. You
What did you hold on, wait, Kit, what did you get, Kit?
Got 2 neutrals?
Lonnie?
virtue neutral.
Virtue and haunt.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Cade?
2 neutrals.
Then I know Anna got 2 neutrals.
Okay. You hear a like a literal like thump as you just it's like body parts would hit the floor.
Anybody else hear that?
Crumples, puts it in the waistband.
Cade's
No,
going
what?
to look to see what it was, which gives you the perfect opportunity for that.
You see your ex-wife completely dead. Just dropped to the floor. Body's cold already.
argue that I have indulged in my vice?
Yes.
And I stand there a little too long with mixed emotions.
Okay. As you look upon this person, are you like bending? Like, are you on your knees? Like, are you just standing there? Like, what is the?
I don't think I'm getting on my knees, but just my entire posture is moving in that way, almost subconscious, just like,
Yeah, like leaning forward.
yeah, getting
Mhm.
closer, but not.
You see suddenly a smile goes on her face. Her teeth are now jagged. She reaches a hand right for your neck, and these are like serrated claws. I need you to instantly make me a hard clumsiness, as you have to try
All
to
right.
avoid this.
Okay. This isn't terrible. That's probably terrible. Oh, wait. You say,
Hard clumsy.
oh, yeah, 1 willpower.
Okay, so success.
Yeah.
You managed to avoid the scratch for the neck, but she is now actively like she stands to her feet and is now gonna like try to lunge at you.
As she's doing that, I'm going to try to lunge back into the lab full of people and hopefully sharp objects.
Okay. Um. It. Okay. I want you to go ahead and make a. Let's do a carelessness hard, as you were just like
Ooh.
blindly hopping in.
All right. That's a lot of nope.
No, you accidentally send yourself through a pane of glass. Go ahead and give yourself a. Let's do. Let's do a major injury.
All right.
Uh, Sky. As this woman bursts in, her form complete like you see what once was uh Kate's ex-wife. Like it was very clearly her. But as it like starts to enter the room, it like its flesh like contorts and warps, and now it's Liz. The broken glass all over her face, the blood dripping down, and she starts going after you. I need you to go ahead, give me. Let's do a a hard cowardice.
I was really hoping for the clumsiness. Okay, cowardice is not a good stat.
Hey, I gotta kill through your willpower one way or another.
Oof. Wait, what is my stat? I need cowardice.
Cowardice.
Need a 5. That'd be 3 and 2 is 5 total. How much? Yeah, I gotta spend it. I will spend. Or this is hard, so it's more than 1-to-1, isn't it? How much is it?
I believe it's 2.
2? Okay, I can't afford it then. Yeah, so I will. Even spending all of my willpower, I'd still just fail.
It like fully like body slams you into the wall. Like you are hitting all the medical equipment. Yeah.
This.
You just hear before this happens, now you'll know what it feels like to get hit. And just fully rams you. Just the like glass beakers and stuff like fall down upon you. I need you to then make a... Let's do a frailty medium. To see how much can you negate this injury. Because with the strength of this thing alone, it has a high chance of being able to kill you.
Frailty medium. Wait, where's my frailty? I will spend a will point to make that a success.
Okay. You manage to, like, as it, like, slams you back, mustering up your will, you just, like, kick it right off of you, and you start to understand that this isn't real. This is just, as traumatizing as this is, it's fake. It hurts, but it's still, at the end of the day, fake. Elena, as it's like, it falls to the floor, immediately the same thing happens. It twists and warps itself into your sister.
Well, at least I have confirmation that she's not actually here.
It's going to try to attack you by going for your legs and trying to make you fall down.
Okay.
Can you give me let's do a... Ooh, actually, let's do impatient medium.
Okay. Okay. Yep. Sure. Nothing could possibly go wrong. Nothing at all. I don't actually know what I...
You got a 4, 2, and a 2.
Okay. Fail, and a fail. I may have maxed out my impatience. Dealing with people as an HR rep is
Okay.
exhausting.
1, you take a minor injury as you fall down.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you you need to make it now immediately a hard frailty.
Okay. What is my... Also not a great stat. All right.
Oh, thank you so much for the raid. Content warning ahead. Shit's dark in this game. This is a finale of a very, very dark, very, very adult game. As much as we appreciate you raiding us, this is gonna get even worse, and we're just like we're almost like mostly through the episode, and it's still only getting worse by now. So, if you are not comfortable with murder, suicide, and a bunch of other really, really, really grim, dark shit, please go watch a Happy Puppy video or go support another stream. As much as we appreciate you being here, we also appreciate your mental health that much more. So this is the warning now. Elena, what did you get?
Yes. So, how much would I have to spend if I am at my max stress to up something 1 point, or would I have to re-roll it completely?
I think it's
I think
5.
it's 3 to re-roll at that point.
Yeah, maybe. I think
Each
3.
level of stress makes it, one more
Locus,
expensive to re-roll.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'll just re-roll both just to increase my chances. So I have a 5, but I need a medium. So
No, you need a hard. Like this is a hard. Yes.
Okay, well then I don't make it.
Okay. As you fall to the ground, you hit your head. And your sister is no longer there. But you see Miranda walking towards you. A stone cold look on her face.
I think my face actually darkens seeing Miranda as compared to my sister.
Mm-hmm.
Because like if I literally saw the thing morph away from something else into my sister, then Elena's like, okay, great. Confirmation she was not here. She's not in danger. I was right. but then seeing Miranda, who just locked us away. Not
Miranda
pleased.
How long
walks
has it
up
been,
to you,
Miranda?
pulls out a knife, and instantly stabs you before you can react. You're dead. However, question I have, LC, did you do part 2 of it?
Yep.
I'm going to DM you an ability you now have.
Can I do something while
Okay,
this
bye,
creature's
friend.
Is
Yeah, right
attacking
now
Elena?
Realistic fun.
you see Elena's sister come after Elena and just sink its claw into their gut and just rip upward.
Cool. Yeah. As soon as I see it going for Elena, so as we've mentioned before, Sky
I'm so sorry.
is-
I'm so sorry. Another people just raided us, and I got to do the content warning again.
Content warning,
Folks.
content warning, content warning.
Folks, shit's dark. This is a very, very adult game. I'm so sorry. If you are not in a good headspace tonight, if you're not comfortable with death, murder, suicide, gore, a bunch of other stuff, please go watch another stream. As much as we appreciate you being here, we also appreciate you feeling not bad. That we would like you to feel good. So if you're not comfortable with that kind of stuff, please go watch something else. We would not judge you either way. That being said, Anna, please take it away.
Yeah, as soon as the creature goes for Elena, Sky is a runner and a rock climber, so fairly good physical health. I'm going to dash past this thing and I think try and grab Stephanie's arm and just pull her along and get the hell out of here.
Oh yeah, Stephanie is already reaching for your shoulder, like, okay, and we're out. We're going. It's distracted with that one. Cool, great, bye.
All right, both of you give me a medium clumsiness as you start running out. Oh boy, I just realized we weren't having music playing.
Great success.
Yeah, that's 3 successes for me.
Same.
Okay.
We're fast as fuck, boy. Can't catch us.
Yeah, you guys start immediately running out. And you start running blindly down corridors, past offices. And both of you just hear the screams of just everybody in your life that you've ever heard, just yelling as loud as possible. You two take off. What is Cade doing? You just saw Elena get, like, killed. Oh, you're on mute.
Oh, I gotta quit doing that. Gotta get something up here. But yeah, so just scrambling, trying to get away from whatever it is that Miranda has become. Still with
No,
the
you don't
glass.
see Miranda. Like,
I do
only
not.
Elena saw that.
I got you. So whatever this is, just trying to scramble away, then still leaving the glass in me.
Mm-hmm. You're just running blindly, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Give me a... Do an ignorance medium, just to make sure you kind of know what a general direction you're going in.
All right. Ignorance.
Mm-hmm.
Medium. Good.
Yes. Good. You start to head south as you are very north. You make it into a very long and open but poorly lit corridor. This looked like to be some sort of lounge area before, everything gets down. You find some basic like furniture, I guess, but overall nothing's really bothering you right now.
All right.
You ran really far, but you are now alone.
And I'll sit down next to the wall in this room, ignoring the chairs. Start pulling the glass out. And I just want to make sure that Dave's and Cade's vision of the world is the exact same.
Yes.
I've seen the neurochip.
Mm-hmm.
Cade does not know about it being poured in the liquid, only that that's where it first came from.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Cade, sobbing, blood pouring down his arms, snot coming out, is just going to actually start slicing away, trying to find this chip.
Give me a frailty hard as you are actively injuring yourself. If you fail by 2 dice, it's instantly a major, severe wound.
Grievous wound?
Grievous wound.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry, my bad.
I do. I could cheat it, but I don't even feel like that's the right thing to do. I'll take it.
Yep. Mark it a grievous wound for self-inflicted injury.
All right.
You start blindly cutting yourself. Anywhere that you could have ever gotten injected that would be even relatively a safe injection site is starting to get cut. You cut up your back. You cut up the back of your neck, back of your head. You cut into your temple. Cut into your arms. At this point, so much blood is being lost. As you just sit there bleeding, you don't find anything. You just start to feel lightheaded as that pain is going away just due to shock.
I think whenever he gives up, he's just going to sit there and wait for what happens next. Not leaving here until something makes him.
Okay. Sky, Stephanie, where are we running to?
That is a great question.
Yeah.
I didn't think that far ahead. So,
Is there a panic room anywhere near us?
Not in IT.
every fifth floor. And
There's no
There's
5
three
floors.
here.
And you're on the 3rd floor.
So,
Mm-hmm.
So if there's a panic
Oh.
room, it'd be down.
Okay. Do we look for a room to barricade ourselves in? Or do
that
we
worked so
try
well
and,
the first time and the second time. And
or
Hey,
do
if
we
we-
head
what if-
down? Security?
just out.
We can try.
I don't know what else to try at this point. It's gotta wear off at some point, right?
I don't know. You lead.
Fine.
I'm faster than you. I will leave you behind.
Not this time. I guess we're gonna take off towards the 1st floor and out. Is the goal? Probably not the front door, right? Probably not the front door, right? I don't know, some
Okay.
some access stairwell, some sort of fire
we
escape,
get-
some sort of.
Down to the second floor, how difficult would these windows be to go through?
Extremely.
A throw
course.
desk. It's okay. I mean, we can stop and try, but
No.
You guys hear whatever that creature is now on the hunt for you. As it's like running into walls, trying to find you.
I'm really hoping it would go for Cade.
yeah, well, guess we're just too enticing. Just fucking running.
Does it seem like it's catching us quicker than we can get away?
It's about equal. So you guys have a
Okay.
slight upper hand. Not by much, though. One bad
Keep
roll,
running, then.
and it's gone.
I mean, I don't know that we're gonna lose it. Like, I don't know that hiding is a good idea.
No, I think keep running until it starts to catch us, and then maybe barricade someplace.
Yeah, if we have to, if it starts catching up too hard.
Okay, so then
but-
let's do a
yeah.
hard clumsiness. Then, as you guys are needing to be quick on your feet.
Ooh, that is too many dice.
All right, let's see what you got.
Okay, I'm gonna re-roll. I just need to re-roll one of those. Yeah, I only need to re-roll one.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna re-roll run too. I mean, you know, fuck it, we all.
Okay, I need everybody here to draw cards. I'm gonna spend one of my villain points.
You can only re-roll once, right?
Yes.
Depends on how many. No.
That goes for everybody, by the way. Just a reminder for everybody.
Mhm.
Oh boy. Okay. Kit, what'd you get?
That is a haunt, my guy.
Elsie.
That's a haunt, finally.
Okay.
Amen, hell yeah.
Elena. Lonnie.
I wasn't sure if that included dead people. One
It
second.
did.
I
It's okay. We can go
Doesn't
to
matter.
Dave real
no,
quick.
it's okay. It was.
okay.
Oh my god! I think it was another. I literally think that's another haunt.
Okay. I'll grow stronger.
Get me ball.
All right.
Okay. Dave. Mute.
You're muted again.
Virtue.
Virtue. Sky.
Finally a virtue, which makes sense because I'm keeping Stephanie in front of me.
Okay. I need you to immediately make me a hard frailty.
Me?
Yes.
But she's so virtuous.
What is frailty? Oof. Is this something attacking me or lunging at me?
Not yet.
Okay. This is going to be very difficult for me to pass. I'm going to be re-rolling all of those.
Okay. Spend a will.
Please. That's better. Did I actually?
Okay, I'm gonna do the thing once more. Hi, Neon Lights Roleplay. Thank you so much for the raid. However, this is a very adult stream. This is very, very dark. This is very, very not okay. If you're not comfortable with things such as murder, suicide, gore, please go watch happy videos or go support another channel. As we're starting to wrap up, and this is a fucking horrifying game. So.
It's only gonna get worse.
It's only going downhill, and my brain isn't stopping yet. So Where does that bring Sky?
I just barely fail it. Because you said hard, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That 4 is equal
In
to
front
my
of
frailty.
you stands Stephanie. But as she turns a corner, you begin to turn the corner with her, and a knife instantly goes into your abdomen. As this version of Stephanie is completely disheveled. Her hair is a mess. It looks like mascara has been like dripping down the sides of her face, and she's cut a smile, like Joker style, into her face itself. As she sinks the blade in, she puts the back of her head in her hand and drives it further up into your guts. You are dead. However,
Was this the Stephanie I was running with, or was this a different one?
this is a different one.
Okay.
Secret second, Stephanie.
I'm going to DM you something. You now have access to this ability.
Oh man.
Okay. Stephanie, you look back. Sky's dead. Her entire torso is like ripped, as if like something like mauled her to death.
Is there any evidence of like something else here with us?
Nope.
Or is it just like suddenly blood?
Suddenly blood, as it looks like as if like almost like a bear had like clawed her to death.
Right.
She is completely mangled and almost dismembered in whole parts. Like there are clearly bones sticking out.
Cool. So she's like not like hanging on. She's gone already. Fully.
She's fully dead.
Cool. Awesome. I think there's half a second where she like almost like stops and goes back, and then she's like kind of, it clicks that like there's nothing there to save, and she just sort of like takes a couple steps back and turns and keeps fucking hightailing it.
Okay.
Whatever it was, it got close enough.
Stephanie, as you're running, the weight of everything falls upon you. Even this rough exterior, the shell is starting to crack. Every haunting action you've ever taken in your life plays in front of you. But this time it's far more twisted. More violence. It's... people are actively rotting in these memories. Infected with diseases. And just this full weight crashes upon you.
I mean, she's gonna keep running because that's all she can do. But I think like there is, at this point, especially with Sky, as far as I know, gone. Like she's just like running and like does not even realize that she started crying and is still just fucking hightailing it. There would be a lot more angry words if she wasn't worried about this thing tracking her. But it is not sad tears. It is anger.
You turn right. into the long hallway that connects the two buildings. There on the other side stands Miranda. Miranda's body's completely mangled. It is twisted like a tree. Her hair is in such disarray that it can almost break the laws of physics just looking at it. Go ahead and raise your stress level by 1.
For sure, yeah. It'd be weird if I didn't, right?
But Miranda, you do see Stephanie at the other end of the hallway. Your mentor, your rival, your enemy.
What are you gonna do, Kit?
Are there, would you say that there are corpses in this hallway?
No.
God. Fascinating. That's fine. This is fine. you know what? I don't think she's thinking at this point. I think she's just pissed. And the fact that even if Miranda's like clearly not having a great time, she's still standing. And that is the final fucking straw. So I don't think Stephanie stops running. But now it's not running away, it is running towards, and it is like heel in hand, like if she's not going to die on her own.
Okay.
Just like yell it, just of course, just yelling the worst shit about, like just like pathetic and insubordinate and just like just hurling insults that like, she's not having a good time and she's pissed off and she's going to try to attack Miranda, probably forgetting that Miranda had a gun last time I saw her.
Or correct, and I would like to use that final bullet.
Cool.
I need
Non-fatally in the leg.
I don't think Stephanie believes that Miranda could have survived this long without using that bullet. So
Miranda, go ahead and give me a medium temper. Actually, no, let's do a hard temper. Hard temper for this.
that sounds about right. Let's see.
Stephanie,
Hold on,
I
it's
need
gonna-
you to give me a hard cowardice.
So all 3 of these have to be above, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cowardice, you say? Interesting.
Oh, where is it? Oh no, I can't see my dice.
Liz, you got
Where
a
I-
2, 2, and a 1.
I would like to, is at meets it, beats it, or under?
Meets it, does not beats it. You gotta be a over.
You,
I would
I
like
said
to
a 2, a
reroll
2, and a 1?
Yes.
Oh.
2 and a 2 and a 1.
Mm,
I would like to re-roll one, please, if I may.
Go ahead.
I might as well use the willpower. I'm gonna pass away. Oh yeah, that's a success.
I don't think there's any way I can beat it. That sucks. I just needed 1 more willpower.
Hmm.
I don't think I can re-roll.
Okay. As you pull the gun out, Stephanie immediately takes the heel, sinks it into your wrist. And while you cannot fully feel the pain, instinctually your hand lets go of the gun and it drops to the floor.
Stephanie's fully ignoring the gun, just stupid, just like smacking her.
Mm-hmm. How would you respond?
If I were to try to trip her,
You'd
is
have
that
to make
clumsiness?
that would be a clumsiness, yes.
Okay, I'm gonna
It's
try
dexterity.
and sweep her legs out. Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and make a Stephanie, what is your clumsiness level? Like what's the number?
My
That's gonna determine the dis.
2.
Alright. This is a hard.
For both of us?
Sorry. No, hold on. Let's just try this again. Miranda, you're trying to trip Stephanie. I need you to go make it easy clumsiness. This determines the level of her success.
Okay, that's fair.
And I'm rolling at what?
You're not rolling anything. This is just
Okay.
a check she's making.
That's 2 successes.
Yeah. As you go to try to trip her, she is just anger bound. She's going after you.
Can't
Okay.
even knock me off my heels. I got my heels in my hand. And by my hand, I mean in your neck.
I'm
Go.
eerily calm about this. I'm just gonna
Just
let
pisses
her
her off more.
berate me in any way she wants to say verbally and try and block the incoming heal. Which is cute that you think that'll kill me, but you know.
I don't want to kill you. I mean, I do want to kill you, but
So yeah. We can keep fighting or you can give up. Like, it's all up to you, Stephanie.
she just starts laughing at that. Like, clearly winning this fight right now, just like that is hilarious that you think that she would give up. Just like not even. I don't even think she like says anything different. She's just like now she's throwing these insults and laughing the whole time, and just still punching you, you know, still stab as much as can be, just taking all the anger out.
Do I have to roll anything for that, James?
Give me a medium ignorance.
Hey,
Just to
James.
see how long you wait it out.
Hey, James.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a cool trait to make me roll. That's the one. I'm almost maxed out. Hold on, I haven't rolled it yet. I gotta find my tabs.
By the way, just for continuity, Elena, Sky, you're both looking through Miranda's vision right now. As you're both laying there, dead, you could just see this all happening.
Please show me my dice. Why can I not see my dice?
Stephanie, I need you to make me a hard frailty check.
Hard frailty?
Yes.
Fascinating. Okay. So probably not. So probably not on that one, right? Can I reroll? Can I reroll that one?
If you have the hero, if you have the willpower to do it, go ahead. But remember what happens if you hit 0.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I've got what is it? 1 per reroll. That's fine. I'll do that.
Remember, where's your stress level at right now? Because remember, it costs more as the higher up you are.
Yeah, it's
okay.
Yeah, because it's
just making sure you have
hand versus reroll per dice. That's still maybe not gonna. No, that's not gonna do it. No, that's all meet it or fail.
Miranda, you hear a voice just saying, "Do it, kill her," and it's Elena. As you're currently getting battered and beaten, you grow tired of this. Waste of productivity, waste of time. You raise your hand and just slap Stephanie across, like sending her flying. As you walk towards them, you pick up the gun. I'm going to ask the question to Elena. Does Stephanie get a final word? Or is she shot before she could say anything?
I am technically, you said Miranda, Sky, and I are all kind of like in
You are
there
all
together.
like consciousness are in one right now.
Okay.
You can still see Cade. You can feel the presence of Cade, but your attention right now is focused.
I think in that moment I'd realize that that Miranda's anger is like bubbling above all of ours. And I think I'd almost gesture to her, like, kind of, it's your
You
finger as
feel-
much as mine.
As you start to like cock the hammer, you feel a moment of hesitation. Like there's a memory of a better time, but it is shrouded in darkness. The three of you are grappling what to do right now. I'm gonna as this is happening, I'm gonna give Stephanie a single thing they can do. What is she gonna do as this is
To
happening?
do or say?
I will allow either something really basic, like just start running, or just like start berating insults, or something minor, not like
Yeah.
so big that I run down the hallway, turn right, turn left, turn right. You know, like not that kind of thing.
I think she'd try to go for a trip. I don't know if there's like enough, room or maneuverability, or if she's even close enough for that to work. Cool, that's fine. Then she'll just, be the worst. And she'll just sort of like look up at this awful version of Miranda, just still laughing, even on the ground. She's just like, still playing second fiddle, just to a bigger bitch.
I need Sky, Elena, Miranda to all DM me right now if the trigger is pulled. Majority vote. Hold on.
This feels like Survivor.
Am I being voted off the island?
The music fits too, I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
Joke's on you, I have an immunity
As
token
you-
or whatever.
As you finish saying, like, to a bigger bitch, the gun was once pointed at your head, slightly moves down, shoots you in the leg. As you three are currently combating, you feel that the bullet, Stephanie, is like starting to infect you. It was laced with something.
Great.
As your heart
Awesome.
stops beating entirely. You feel your form starting to break and crack. Your mind starts leaving your body. Stephanie dies there. Bleeding out, injured, and alone. Okay. Cade,
Yes.
you are a pool of blood. You are cut and injured several different places. What do you do?
I was like, this is true.
Mm-hmm.
But so I drew the virtue, and I think that now that calls for a time of clarity after all this has gone on. And Cade's still trying to make sense out of all of it. He knows he saw Elizabeth, but doesn't know if it was her or not. But the guilt has had its effect. So as quickly as he can, he writes up an envelope to a lawyer, a one-page contract setting up a trust fund for the children. And the last thing he does is he slides a flash drive into the folder and hides it under one of the chairs in the room in the hopes it'll get where it needs to at some point. And walks away. Doesn't care where. He knows he's not leaving.
Cade, you spend the next several hours bleeding everywhere. Your body becomes strangely warm. A warm sensation just falls upon you of numbness and of shock. Unlike everywhere else in the building, there's one room that is not shrouded by night. As you open the door, it's beautiful Sunday morning. Your wife is laying there sleeping. You come to the realization you may never leave again.
This is the first day of my retirement, and I go to bed.
As you shut the door, I'm going to pause the music. New Horizons manages to recover after this incident. They frame it as a terrorist attack by the Knight brothers, a group of radicals who are willing to do anything. However, publicly speaking, Madeline Wells is still the CEO. She does news presses. She's very much alive. But behind the scenes, New Horizons has not gotten a new employee in years, and yet still manages to be one of the top Fortune 500 companies in the world. Each of you, now enveloped in the Locus itself, see it for what it truly is. Miranda, you are assigned to Project Home, an augmented reality experience drawing random individuals from all around the country to test out the new brain chip. Stephanie, you begin to start marketing campaigns immediately for this project. You already know exactly who's next and who needs to try it, who has been wronged, and who needs to be taught the lesson. Lena, your department of HR no longer functionally exists. However, your job is now to deal with shutting down any idea of anything weird ever happening in this building that night. If anybody ever asked, it was just another terrorist attack. To the public, they see not the twisted monsters you have all become, but normal people who can hide in the shadows. Eventually, each of you find yourself comfortable in your new role. You still exist within society. You still have to see each other when you go into the office. The world may never recover after this night. After all of the evil you have all put into the world, you've now become the twisted realities of your inner side. And that's where we're going to end tonight's Locus game. Thank you, everybody, so much for joining us for this finale. There's definitely a few directions I wasn't fully planning on going, but overall, I was really proud and excited to be able to tell a prequel to the last Locus, which unfortunately is no longer on YouTube. But for those players who may or may not hear about this game afterward, I hope you like it. We're gonna go ahead and put on some cheery music because that's the proper thing to do. And we're gonna go around. We're gonna let people know what we do. I'll go first just to kind of give players a little bit of a buffer in between. My name is James Beck. You can find me at Geek James 513 over on Twitter, where I rant about Pathfinder all the time and about the company I work for called Eldritch Osiris Games. It's a workers co-op, and we do a lot of really, really cool stuff. I will be back where I will be a player of Locus, so some people want revenge, you know, put it in the comments. And yeah, I'll be back for a couple cool games, so you can find me all around Lost Caravan, including the server. Let's go to Dave next.
Hey, I'm Dave. You can find me and some of my friends at Hangman's Gate RPG. We're not doing anything right now, but we hope that to change soon. Life's a little crazy. Just now getting back into this space, but I had a wonderful time. And somehow I'm always terrible. I'm the GM over there, so... And it's all horror. It's all horror, so it's all evil. I'm a terrible person, and then I walk away.
Okay. Lonnie.
Before I do anything, we need to figure out where Sky was really fast. We never got a wrap up for Sky.
Sky
Was they just
continues.
rejected? Because I
Sky
had
No.
Super
You forgot Anna again.
No, I didn't.
How dare you?
Sky is ultimately enveloped into Stephanie's department.
Oh.
Aw.
Cute.
Aw.
So now Stephanie
Okay.
is their direct boss, I guess.
Aw.
When you said
I just kind of-
enveloped at first, I thought you meant that just like Stephanie and
That
and
would be
Sky
really-
never really.
I
liked
thought
me.
I thought about it, and I'm just like, that feels weird. We're not gonna do that one.
Just
So
become
their
one
entire-
in the soup.
But anyway, hello, Lonnie or Looney Shaws. Now that we figured out where everyone was, if you want to see more things that I'm in, you're gonna have to wait until July 13th. If you want to see me back on Lost Caravan, where I will be in a Delta Green one-shot. I'm super pumped. Again, I've just gotten into like all the dark games. I'm in Delta Green and Cthulhu next month. And then also on Tuesdays over on 2000 Tales, I am in a game called Quest RPG, which is actually very lighthearted in comparison.
A lot of games
I spent most
are.
of last session in as a woodpecker because I'm basically a druid. So, you know, if you want a little bit of an offset from everything before I am back in another trauma-filled game on the 13th, go check that out. And that's about all I got.
Okay. LC. Your turn.
All right. It's
Outro.
going down.
Oh yeah.
That's
No.
weird. Okay.
Why would I let you not get caught off guard?
You know, I don't know, James. It's all right. I'll remember this. Hi, I'm LC. I'm Optimistics on all social media. You can see how to spell it up above. the hits start coming and they don't stop coming. On Saturday, I am in my Call of Cthulhu campaign. We are back after our 2-month hiatus. It is probably the most stressed I've ever been about a character I've ever cared about so much. I've been threatened many times in the last 2 months. It's going to be great. I'm going to cry. I will not maybe turn into a villain at some point. We don't know. And then this is June. We're going to July now. Wow, what a throwback. Throw forward. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. I'm in a cult game on the 6th. Nobody warned me what cult was about. I thought it had cult, but I didn't know it was that dark. And so,
It's equivalent to Locus. Yeah.
Interesting.
Elsie has played herself yet again. And that's on the Lost Caravan. Oh, Singularity is where you can find me for Call of Cthulhu. On the 9th of that month, I will be in Locus again. And that's why you don't even have to get into the comments, because I already know I'm getting my revenge on James. So come see us.
I regret being a
and
player
then-
now.
Yeah, well, you should. Just like you told me you signed up for this. So that's about it for me. In the next 2 weeks, I've got a pretty light June. But you can catch me hanging around.
Okay.
I mean,
Kit.
July. It's July.
Okay. Kit.
Is it? Hi guys. I'm Kit. You can find me places on the internet at KitRollCos, same way it is spelled, right above me, I believe. I have been your Stephanie for the evening. I am so sorry. Let's see. You can find me, I think, nowhere for the rest of June. Thank God. There's only like 2 days left, but still, a win is a win. You can find me, however, on the very first day of July, same bat time, same bat channel, where we will be playing the next episode of our Fabula Ultima campaign, Fatal Ascension, where I am just a little robot who has never done anything wrong in her life. Let's see, on the Monday, I will be back on Chaotic Goat Production, playing our playtest, actual play situation of Cottages in Cerberus, a cottage core monster hunting RPG, which is super delightful. There's a mechanic that is based on the spoon theory. It is so good. I am playing an ice cream alchemist, who is the most stressed character I have ever played, I think, in my life. And then on Friday, not this Friday, but next Friday, on the 7th, at 7, on Life from the Apocalypse, finally, our season finale of A Season of Secrets and Shadows, our Regency Monster Hearts game. It is going to be absolutely bonkers. All of the VODs are up on YouTube, so go binge before it's time. But we have been renewed for a season 2, so keep an eye on the socials for information on when that comes out and for anything else that I can't quite yet talk about. Yeah, I think that's it.
Okay. Anna.
Yes, I am Anna, aka Archival Dust Bunny, most places on the internet. I'm a queer and trans advocate, museum worker, and TTRPG performer, podcaster, and producer. You can find me on Twitter and most other social media at Archival Dust Bun. As far as where to find me, I will be here for Fatal Ascension on the 1st as well. I play Cadence, the Time Assassin. We're back in our hometown, so there's probably going to be a lot of backstory lore dropped. So if you've been watching and want to see what Cadence's deal is, it's a very good time to do that. I have a lot of projects right now I can't talk about. Check out our Masks game, U-Force Inheritance, over on Thorny Dryad's channel. You have a little bit of time before our next episode to catch up on the episodes. We have an amazing cast and amazing characters over there, including a wonderful guest. Our guest right now is Bitterthorn, Danny, who has an amazing character. But I play a protege with far too much responsibility on her shoulders. But we have teen drama, trauma, and romance. So you can find it all in one stop. And the cast is hilarious. So come and check that out. If you like Lancer, you can find me a response team Omnicron, a Lancer actual play podcast following a PR team who unexpectedly ends up on the front lines of a brewing conflict. We are very much a sci-fi war story with giant mecha. So if any of that sounds interesting, find us anywhere you normally get your podcast and on Twitter at RT Omnicron. If you like things like Digimon, especially Digimon Tamers or Digimon Survive, check out Emergent Code, an Animon story actual play podcast. Queer and trans-led. We split the cast, so half the cast is playing kids, the other half are playing the Animon. It's just a lot of fun. We have 2 episodes up. A new episode goes up tomorrow. You can find that anywhere you normally get your podcast and on Twitter at Emerging Code Pod. And then, of course, keep an eye out for Blight and Bloom, our upcoming Girl by Moonlight podcast. So if you love magical girls, especially ones trying to find hope again after a big loss, I'm producing that and playing in it. Kit is a producer as well and is playing. We have an amazing cast. We have announced our cast. You can find that on our Twitter at Blight and Bloom. And our premiere is less than a month away, which is terrifying. It's so much to do between now and then. So keep an eye out for that and give us a follow on Twitter. And give me a follow on Twitter as well to see the projects that I can't fully talk about yet, including an upcoming Blue Rose campaign. I have the High Ground session coming up, which is a really cool little system, and other games like that.
All right. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us, for following through all 3 episodes of this very, very grimdark universe. I'd like to reiterate that all these players here have been checked on throughout the session. I was in communication with all of them, and we all made sure that we were doing okay. So if you're worried about any player's mental health, just know it's my fault if they're not good. So, but we should be good, or if people are lying to me. Either way, I hope everyone has a great one. We'll try to raid. Hopefully, Hoops on my DM. And yeah, everyone have a great night, and hopefully see you back here tomorrow with whatever game is being played as I quickly check it. What's the 30th? Lancer. Yeah. Check out Delta Green, because it's 12 a.m. Check out Delta Green tomorrow, because it if you like more grimdark stuff, it's just fucking it's there. Yeah, so everyone have a good night, and we'll see you later. Bye.